Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to see you guys. We are currently live at Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin, the site of the 2025 NFL Draft. I don't know if you guys remember this young man sitting next to me, but we happened to run into this beautiful, amazing person, and it just so happened we decided, like, hey, let's have a throwback show. Ladies and gentlemen, the MJ Hurley joins us tonight. What's up, buddy?
Not much. I am very happy to be here. This is probably one of the greatest days for us in TDT Media, just in terms of the magnitude of being here at Lambeau Field. This is just really cool. And, you know, you and I have talked a lot today about, even for a Bears fan, to be at Lambeau Field, to walk around Lambeau Field, to see the history of everything.
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
But to witness it in person, to see everything in person, guys.
Yeah.
I think this is how I compared it. I'm like, it's a better organized version of Wrigley Field.
Yes. And it's extremely cool because the smallest city in professional sports is hosting the biggest event other than the Super Bowl for the NFL. And
it's a cold weather
Green
stadium.
Bay showed out.
Dude, 100%.
Like,
you guys,
the tens of thousands of people who are here. This is just...
It's incredible.
It's a dream come true, first of all, for a Packers fan. Then even just from the media side, from the sports side, it's really cool.
From just a sheer perspective as a NFL fan and like a fan of sports in general, walking in. So what's actually really cool, you guys, is we had the opportunity to like stop at a local bar. It's not really local, but I guess local.
Yeah.
And we hung out there for a little bit, had a couple beers, I had a really good quesadilla. Shout out Old Chicago. Shocker, we went to Old Chicago. Whatever. Had a quesadilla. I think you had a wrap.
Yeah, chicken Caesar wrap.
Really good people there. Shout out to them. They wine and dine us, I guess you can say. They did a very good job. When we told them that we were part of media, they were like super gracious.
I want to see if they post that picture.
Super gracious with their stuff. So it was great. And then here's the crazy part, and you could attest to this too. You know, when we were walking up. And no, I wasn't rocking a Chicago Bears gear. Like I wanted to put on the Bears stuff and be like, be that like that guy. Every once in a while, I can be somewhat professional. You probably won't even hear me swear today, oddly enough. But walking through the neighborhood, because that's what you do when you hear the stories. When you hear the stories about like the stadium, just like boom, amongst like a suburban neighborhood type area. That's exactly what it is. Honestly, I'm excited. And while like some players, some well-known national pundits, Greeny, wanted like to trash on Green Bay. Honestly, it's been awesome. People have been really, really nice to us, and no complaints, man.
Yeah, it's again for somebody who's watched the Green Bay Packers literally my entire life. I've been here once. And this is just very cool. So I'm very excited to see. It's awesome to see how Green Bay turned out, the attention that they're getting. This is fantastic. And even for just the local economy, like for all the people who live here, it's just really cool to see everybody get to experience like the parking in people's front yards, the tailgating where you just walk up and you're like, hey, we're going to tailgate together today. And you don't know people. Dude, we had 5-10 different houses,
more than that, probably like 10 to 15. That was
like, hey, you guys want to come grab a drink? You want to come grab a brat? And it was just really cool to see the hospitality. Obviously, a lot of people are going to get on Mike Greenberg to some extent, rightfully so.
Right.
I understand the joke he was trying to make, and then he tried to make it right today, so it's fine, right?
Right.
But it really is an incredible place with some amazing people. Like the amount of times I heard today, "Welcome to Green Bay" or "Welcome to Wisconsin."
Yeah, true. Good call.
Like.
No, everything's been
it's obviously a stark contrast from Chicago,
right?
Given the nature of that city. But even me living in the South now, like it was amazing because honestly, they're more welcoming than people in the South.
Dude, yeah, no, I agree. It's been awesome. And we haven't had the opportunity to see anybody, unfortunately. I mean, we had dinner. We had dinner with Mike Tannenbaum. Not dinner per se. He was sitting across from us at the table.
Yeah, he's yeah.
We've had him on the show. We've had him on the show before. Very kind individual. He's very boisterous. He's always very exciting to talk to.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do a minimum of 1 hour. That's what me and Bruce will do. That's what we're going to commit to you guys. Yep. For the rest of the hooligans that are involved with the program, if they want to keep yapping after this, I am not going to stop them.
No, because we're gonna be in the media room over there.
Yeah,
we're gonna be doing stuff. We might jump back on at some point. Hell, we might even jump on when we're like walking through like the Lambeau area. I mean, I'm okay to do that. Even
I think that would be really cool.
So you guys can experience it from like our perspective and just not in front of whatever. I hear Goodell is on right now. That's always a good thing. He's amazing. The Green Bay faithful that are here are giving him a rousing ovation.
Yes. But I do want to give a huge thank you to everybody who's in the background right now. Connor, Cy, Jackson, Jack. Y'all been doing a fantastic job in my absence, and so I appreciate that 100%. And especially good dear Jack with his draft work. It is unmatched. It is unparalleled, and so I'm very excited to see what he's got to say tonight, albeit always chaotic. He knows way more than I do when it comes to the draft, so I will kind of leave a lot of that.
I love it.
But if Connor, I don't know who's supposed to be on with us. If you want to bring them on,
yeah, let's. You know what, Connor? Let's do this. Let's start off with this. Let's do at the very least. We should at least talk about like the main players in the draft, that the blue chippers, so to speak. Because in my opinion, the draft really doesn't start until the 5th pick. I said it. I don't care. I think from 5 until like 20, it's kind of like a shuffled like mess. That's the reason why we've heard things here that there are multiple teams wanting to move down. There's only one team or two teams that are looking to move up currently, whether it be the Cleveland Browns or the Chicago Bears. So that being said, I don't know. What do you want to do, Jackson? Jackson, you ready to jump on, brother? All right, Connor, if you can, please jump. Let's bring Jackson in here. Jackson, what's up, dog?
Nothing much, boys. How we doing? It's good to see you, MJ.
Oh, you got a good to see you?
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you both, but it's been a hot minute for you and me, MJ.
You look good. What are you wearing there? You got something? Is it draft? Is it the draft night
Good
material?
looking young man.
No, it's like a little floral thing, some blue and purple flowers. I got this at Kohl's a while ago.
I mean, I think you look good, dude.
It's like a nice golf polo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I don't even golf.
That's awesome.
No, we're chilling right now.
Oh,
yes. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this off air.
No, we will not.
All right, fair. So we currently have a thing.
We're not talking about it on air. No, I'm saying.
Yes?
No.
Okay,
no.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. We'll talk about it off air.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways, so real quick. So I was talking. So we were just saying before you jumped on, Jackson, and before chaos ensued. When do you think the draft really starts? Because right now we got the Titans on the clock. I already have an idea. We already know that the Titans said that they're not going to go anywhere with this.
We actually do have some information on that, too.
We do have information on that, too, because we had the opportunity to have a conversation with somebody at the local pulpery.
The local
pulpery.
That, long story short, somebody that's very close to a player that could potentially be drafted by the Titans was there at the same time. Anyway, who do you think they got, Jackson?
No, I think you were spot on with saying the draft just starts at 5 because the top 4 players are pretty much in consensus. The Titans are going to probably end up taking Cam Ward. They need a new quarterback. They will not subject their fans to Mayo Man for another season.
Yes.
That would be torture.
Yeah. No, let us come on now. Oh.
Like, hey.
Yes.
I love me some Mayo, but he's not a good quarterback. So
I love a lot of Mayo.
Jesus. Then you kind of get maybe the Browns go Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
That can be a little bit of a maybe-ish. But outside, once you hit to Jacksonville, there's so many possibilities of what can happen.
Right. All right. So right now the need. I mean, I'm not going Will Levis here, or I'm not sticking with Will Levis. I'm not sticking with him. Excuse me. Sorry, got distracted. I'm not sticking with Will Levis. All right. My ass is going. Geez, come on. Yes. I am immediately going to change the narrative, change the plan. Do not subject anybody to witness anything like crazy, like a Will Levis sighting ever again. To quarterback.
Let me help this man out right now.
What the hell is going on?
The pick is Cam Ward. Okay.
Correct.
We talked to somebody today who is basically directly involved in Cam Ward's camp. And the exact quote was, he would be shocked if Cam Ward was not the pick at number 1. And that is not just his camp, that is his family.
Family
Okay,
would be
so
shocked.
that is the expectation. That is the belief. That is what is going to happen. So you could, if you want to say the draft starts at 5, that's fine. I really think, obviously minimum starts at 2. And I hear that there was some discrepancy. Whoever's going at 4, Bruce said they were going to be going top 10, and he got laughed at a couple weeks ago. Is that what I hear?
Yeah,
Is that what I hear?
No,
Remember I said
you're not Will Campbell. You said Mason Graham. You were talking about Mason Graham with.
No, I said Will Campbell too.
Oh, I didn't even see anything about what I just saw. It was,
No,
I
yeah.
thought it was
So I said Will
Graham.
Campbell will get drafted in the top 10, and I got I had some schmucks in the background that were like, no, it's not gonna happen. But
I see a lot of schmucks in the background. I don't know which ones.
I'm curious though. So all right, so right now, Jackson. I mean, you're gonna jump back on a little bit, obviously again. But if you could go the top 4 right now. So we're gonna go. What we got? We have the Titans. We have the Browns. We have the Giants, and we have who's the 4th pick?
Patriots.
Thank you. Oh yeah. So who are you going right now?
Ward for obviously the Titans.
Yep.
Travis Hunter for the Browns. I think they need another corner next to
Same.
Denzel Ward and who's the corner from Northwestern? Why am I forgetting his name?
Northwestern?
Yeah, he went to Northwestern. Is Newsome.
Wait, what? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Newsome. Is the other corner for he went to Northwestern. I forgot his first name. But
I can't remember his name.
But yeah, they need a third guy there. Giants.
I'm on my backup. I'm on my backup laptop. So, Greg, thank you, guys. Thank you.
Real quick,
Greg
I will
Newsome.
also say not only is the entire draft stage area full, they are almost
Full
filling
capacity
Lambeau Field with overflow and putting it on all of the jumbotrons. If you look at Rob Domofsky's tweet right now, Packers beat writer for ESPN, they are starting to fill Lambeau Field, and they've almost filled the entire bottom bowl.
Jesus.
That's how many people are here. Literally, the entire town of Green Bay came, which is 100,000 people.
We got Cam Ward waiting on that call right now, gentlemen. Cam Ward waiting on the call.
Oh my god, that's
Wild.
crazy. I think it's awesome they're actually doing it in the stadium. I think that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Well, it's not in the stadium.
Oh, okay.
It's right outside. It's right outside the stadium.
It's right outside.
Still,
But they're letting fans just go in.
And yeah, you can walk onto the or like sit down in like the regular area and whatnot. We were trying to get into the field, so they limited access to the actual field itself. So like even national media can't even get onto like the field itself. It's all limited to just the sideline action.
Yeah.
But all right, man. Well, Jackson, you're gonna be hanging out there for a little bit because we're gonna need you.
heck yeah, I'm here.
Who you got for the Bears, by the way?
We have a trade.
Oh
The
wait,
Browns are
We have
trading
a trade.
for 2 to Jacksonville.
Yep.
Browns trade number 2, 104, and 200 to the Jags for 5.
Travis
36,
Hunter, you are a Jacksonville Jaguar.
126, and the Jags sent their 2026 first-round pick.
It's about to get wild, guys. It's about to get wild.
Yep. But okay, so now we got the
Coach
Jaguars
Bruce, the
at
draft
2.
starts at 2.
Apparently. All right. Well,
So I'd still say Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. I think Travis Hunter probably still is the pick for Jacksonville.
Fair.
That makes sense. So then you got the Giants at 3 still, potentially. I think they go Abdul Carter, get a premium edge rusher, and then Will Campbell at 4 to finish it off.
Pick is in. The pick is in.
The pick has been in. They got told to milk the clock.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%. They're like, let's wait 15, 20 minutes to talk about who we draft.
Number
You know what's
5.
crazy is until now on the TV, I did not
Woo!
Bless your
Excuse me.
soul. Oh
That was a good one.
gosh.
Ooh, that gave me chills. What do you say, Jackson? I'm sorry. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Here we
no,
go.
it's just finishing up. I don't know if MJ said the whole thing, but yeah, number 5, number 36, number 126, and the Jags 2026 first rounder is going to Cleveland.
That's
Sheesh.
wild.
Cam Ward, guys, just got there.
To move up 3
Cam
spots.
Ward.
Yep,
That's
Cam Ward.
nuts.
All right, so we got
All right.
Cam Ward. All right, so real quick, Jackson, we're going to bring you back in a little bit. I want to get so Jack actually wrote up a really, really good scouting report on Cam Ward. So, Jack, if you're in the background still, can you give me a thumbs up if you're ready? You ready? All right, Jackson, we got you in a little bit. All right, buddy? All right, let's have some fun, buddy. Let's go. All right, Connor, can you please bring in Jack Gaffney, guys? One of the best, if not the best, NFL analysts on our staff.
Yeah.
Jack Gaffney. Bring him on in, baby. Let's go. All right, Jack, unmute yourself. Make sure your stuff's good.
Oh, dear God. We should have tested this.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
No.
It's almost like it's a tradition that on
It's a
draft night,
every
Jack's mic has to be jacked up.
All right, how about now? We good?
There we go.
All right. What's going on, fellas?
I can't hear him. Can you hear him?
He's very quiet. Yeah, I can hear him on my AirPod.
Hold on.
Hello?
No, Jack, you're good. That's not gonna matter.
Unbelievable setup we
There
have
you
here.
go. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Jack.
Here we
Right
go.
now.
Yeah, I mean, this was decided on like a month ago, so I don't know why we're waiting. Like outside of this milking TV time, I don't know why we're waiting. You know,
But that's all it
anything more than a minute to make this pick, just for the formality of the
All it
call.
was.
And you definitely had on the down low before this. You definitely told him you were going to take him at number 1 at some point in the last week. I would like to imagine,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was actually of the belief that Shadur Sanders was better than Ward for a pretty long while in this cycle. Then I scouted Ward. I'm like, you know what? He's probably going number 1 anyway. I want to see what I think about him. And I was pleasantly surprised. He's probably in the range of where I would have had like J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix last year. Which
So
is
is J.J.
probably-
McCarthy? So I do have a question for you on this. If J.J. McCarthy came out this year, is J.J. McCarthy the number 1 pick right now?
I would say yes for the sole fact that he's younger right now than Cam Ward is, and he has less
Okay.
mileage.
Okay.
But I think Cam Ward's a better player, like coming into the draft. If that makes
Okay.
any sense.
Give me so now give us a little bit. I know you wrote the article. You wrote an awesome scouting report on Cam Ward. So if you could please give us some insight on things that you discovered from Cam Ward and things that you think make him a special quarterback for the Tennessee Titans.
Well, I believe it was. I don't think it was Mike Borgonzi, but I think it was their president of football ops that was like, "We are not going to pass on a generational talent in this draft." To me, there is no generational talent in this draft. The only one that gets close is the guy that's about to go right now to Jacksonville, and that's Travis Hunter. What Cam Ward is he's a very interesting prospect in that he has great arm talent. He can improvise. You got something coming through your audio pretty big. You guys,
What?
you guys got your audio is kind of messed up. I can hear whatever is coming through your mic. There we go.
How's it now? Is it all right now?
Good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Arm talent's pretty good with Ward. I think his upper body mechanics are spectacular. Lower body, not as much. He can improvise. He can be a solid scrambler. Yes, he's a little older. Yes, he played at 3 different programs. Again, you're thinking upside at this point, and this is exactly why you have Brian Callahan as your head coach, is to get this guy to where you think he can be.
Fair.
So I believe he's 23 on my big board off the top of my head. I can pull it up here right now, but I believe it was 23. Yep, 23 on the spot. Late first round grade, which is where I had McCarthy last year. And again, there were obviously 3 guys who I did not have top 10 grades on at quarterback go top 12. So there's precedent here, but this is obviously the number 1 pick. So
Jack, I will say it is a little interesting that you're commenting on audio quality.
I can't even tell what my audio quality is like.
Fair.
Exactly.
I don't know how bad it is. And then I'll listen to this
No,
back.
I was talking about the fact that every time you get on this show, you're muted for like a minute.
Oh. But yeah, this is definitely going to be Hunter here. And then I would imagine, unless there's been a trade that I don't know about, that it's going to be Carter at 3.
What do you think pick is in?
A lot of balls on James Gladstone to do this your first year as like a 34-year-old GM. I'll say that much.
Here we go.
And the one thing about this that I do like for Jacksonville is that you're probably going to be playing on both sides of the ball. And you don't necessarily have to worry about him being a legit number 1 wide receiver because you have Brian Thomas, obviously.
I can't believe the Jaguars went all the way up to number 2. They gave away a lot.
I would call it. I would have to look at like the trade value chart. My gut says it's an overpay, but it's also for a guy who, if you split him into 2 separate players, it
has to be Travis Hunter.
Yeah, there's no way this isn't Travis Hunter. The only other thing I can maybe think is Genty.
I got nothing yet. They haven't announced it here yet.
This has to be Hunter. There's no way this is anyone else. Genty's the only other guy I could even see. I think that would be kind of erroneous because you could have gotten him 5. Look at let's hoof it here. We got Burn Daylight.
It'd be hilarious if it was Ashton Genty, number 2.
Number 2 on my board. That would be perfect.
That would completely screw up the whole thought process on the draft. Talk about throwing a whole wrench into everything. Oh, I don't want a mock draft. All right, so real quick, Jack, before the pick comes out, who do you got your New England Patriots taking?
I'll say there's an 85% chance that they take Will Campbell. That's been widely reported probably the last month and a half. Yeah. I will give you a sliver. And I do think there's an actual chance this happened. I think there's a chance the Patriots do take Genty. There is a outside.
That would be incredible.
That would be wild.
And then if you really want to get freaky, I give this about a 5% chance of happening. Jalen Walker apparently has a ton of fans in the building.
That'd be kind of sick. I could see that too.
I can see them maybe trading down and doing that if they really liked Walker, but I don't.
Here we go. All right.
Come on, we're burning daylight here, Armstead. Let's make this pick.
Dude, it's like Vegas here because we can't even see outside that it's light out.
Infinitely a better Duval than Liam Cohen. Infinitely.
Oh, Walter Payton player.
Yeah.
I don't know why they have one individual winner for the Walter Payton Award. It should be everyone that they nominate.
Well, there's a representative from each team, obviously.
Yeah, and they should all win. There shouldn't be an individual winner.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be Travis Hunter. Everything I'm seeing right now.
Duval.
I'll never forget that soundbite as long as I live. Never. I
Dude,
promise.
it has warped my perception of how it's actually supposed to sound.
Yep.
That's the first time I ever heard him talk too. So that's not really not really
time, and that's
not really starting off.
His voice sounds exactly like he looks.
I gotta remember that we're live, so.
Duval.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yep.
It's okay.
Yep. Travis Hunter.
It's okay.
Travis Hunter.
Yep.
AEW wins again.
Travis Hunter.
Great win for the con.
Travis.
So Jack, before we let you go, is that worth
what they traded?
What they traded for? I'm not just saying.
Assuming you're playing him on both sides of the ball, yes, 100%, 100%. Because in theory, you're thinking you make this trade. You're thinking you're not going to be in the top 5 next year. You're thinking, okay, worst case scenario, we're a 7-10 team.
So
again, maybe on the outside, it's not what we think, but if you're on the inside, that's what you're thinking realistically, because you have a solid enough offensive line. Yes, you didn't really have the defensive line to kind of complement that.
Oh wow, they announced him as both.
I mean, that's
what his wide receiver.
That's what he wants to play. He wants to play both.
Yeah.
So
he should.
He dancing. Oh, he dancing.
Hey, real quick. I'm sorry, Jack. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But real quick, where do you think the value? And while he's a good corner, he's a good wide receiver. Frankly, I actually think he's a better corner than wide receiver. But whatever. What do I know?
He 100% is.
Where do you think the largest amount of? I'm sorry.
he's definitely, if you split him up into two separate players, since I see out him on both sides of the ball, he'd be my number
one. Where do you
one
think the value lies
player.
with him though right now? Like, where do you think his like biggest value is? At corner or at wide receiver?
Corner. I think corner. I think he's I think they'll probably make him more of a spot/gadget guy as a receiver. Sure, you could definitely get him out there for like full series if you really wanted to, and like 2-minute drill stuff like that. But I think at the start with this team, I would probably guess he's going to be more of a corner. Then, like, I think he definitely plays both for sure. But I think he's probably going to.
I think he's going to play both for sure too. I agree. So I'm well, I was right on my real quick. I was right on my mock draft for the players that were selected at the times that they were selected, just the wrong teams. I just want to put that out there right now, Connor.
No, that's fair.
I
didn't
know.
that's a hit. That's a hit to me. To me, that's a hit.
And that's two. All right, so Abdul Carter here. What do you think the Giants do?
It's going to be Abdul Carter. I would then love to know what their plan is with Kevon Thibodeau at that point.
So we were hearing things while like walking around that the Chicago Bears were looking to potentially trade up to this pick to select either Abdul Carter or J&T.
Honestly, if I'm the Bears, I would probably just stay back at this point and to see if I can get maybe a Membu a Kelvin Banks.
If I could get I'm going to tell you right now, if I can get Abdul Carter right now for a pick swap in a second round and maybe like a future third round next year, I'm done. I'm doing that 100%.
I think the standard's been set that it's going to take a future first. Would you be willing to do that for a guy like Abdul Carter?
I personally wouldn't do that. But
would or would not.
But yeah, man. Well, awesome. Stay in the background, Jack. We're gonna pull you. In again, obviously, especially when the Patriots jump on the clock, because I kind of want to get a live reaction to. Huh?
It'll be like 2 minutes at this rate.
Yeah, it'll be in a little bit. It'll be in a little bit, but you guys are a lot further ahead than us with oddly enough.
Yeah, I don't
know why they
on the what it's worth about the NFL Network feed. What it's worth.
Yeah. But all right, buddy. Well, we're gonna grab you in a second. I kind of want to talk to MJ about the most recent 2 picks. So be right back. Actually, you know what? Real quick, since we're kind of making a little bit of a break, you know what you guys need when you get drafted in the NFL? Good homeowners insurance.
True.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff Wertepney at 704-464-4544, let me know that Third Down Thursdays TDT Media sent you, and he will hook you up with some awesome car, home, RV, boat, whatever insurance. All right, man.
Insure whatever you need.
Whatever you need. I don't know. What are your thoughts? I know it's been a while since you've been in part of the game, so to speak, but
yes.
What are the thoughts on first of all, on the trade? What are your thoughts?
So for the trade, I don't understand it for the Browns.
Really? Oh,
I really don't.
That's the Browns.
I understand that they need a lot of things. They need a lot of draft capital. I'll be honest, I don't really understand it for either team. I know the Jags identified the guy they wanted. They wouldn't got him. There's been a very big public push that they want to be flashier. They want to be a little bit more bold in situations like this, which is awesome. If you
Abdul Carter, third pick for the New York Football Giants. Sorry, go ahead.
That's not surprising. That's not surprising. And we talked to a guy earlier who agreed with that. So yeah, that makes total sense. And I understand for the Jags, like this is a really flashy pick. This is exactly what it is. Your defining moment as that front office is putting your stamp on Travis Hunter and saying we're going to go get him and he's going to be our guy. But the problem is a lot has to go right in order for him to really work out.
And to be successful, agreed.
Yeah.
And
so that's a lot to give up, especially a future first round pick for somebody who in order to work well, has to be the Shohei Ohtani of football.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, he even said it himself. He doesn't want to play for football if he doesn't get the opportunity to play both cornerback and freaking wide receiver,
which is awesome. Go for it.
But
it's going to be really hard to make it be worth what you just gave up and worth the number 2 overall pick. I'm not saying it can't happen and won't happen, but it's going to be very difficult.
Right.
For Cam Ward, I think Jack was right that it's probably the consensus best pick for them to make.
Good call, by the way.
I just don't. Thank you. I just don't like it when you compare it to a bunch of other number 1 overall picks. I think it's extremely weak compared to those number 1.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So I almost still think it would have been better. I understand they need a quarterback. I still think it would have been better to move down to some extent. Now, I don't know if there was anybody.
But there was nothing you can get for it, though, because at that point, it would be like you're comparing like $1 to 70 cents kind of a thing, or $1 to 50 cents, like they said when we were coming up.
Yeah, but here's the idea. If you move down, and I don't know where they could have moved down to, but if you move down to a point where you could have gotten Shedeur Sanders, right? Not only does that open you up, it has been very well known that Prime would possibly go coach the team that his son got drafted to.
Yeah, but would you want to pull, or as a GM?
Yes.
Would you want to have that kind of drama brought in? And granted, like he's shown to be a winner.
If I could acquire more draft capital and possibly a coach who knows how to win in the NFL, yes.
Yeah, but that's also jeopardizing your position as a GM too. You're basically relying on for those next 4 years that Shedeur Sanders is going to be good enough to play quarterback, and his dad's going to be a good enough coach to develop and have be in that leadership role. And frankly, you're right. I do think that like that leadership aspect of Deion Sanders is awesome. Yeah. But he's already had controversial stuff going on right now in Colorado with retiring Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders jerseys. They unretired a jersey to retire a jersey.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean,
he's prime time, baby. Like
he is prime time.
That's what he does. So I'm just saying that for a number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward is a very mid number 1 overall pick.
Agreed. And he's like Baker Mayfield in my eyes.
Like the Jags made a splash.
Baker Mayfield.
The Titans did the minimum and walked away saying, "Yay, we did the minimum." I don't care.
Fair.
The Giants got who possibly could be the best player in this draft.
Correct.
So I think they so far, obviously through 3 picks, and that's it. They so far have won.
I think everything's gone exactly like pick wise, not necessarily team wise, but pick wise. Everything has gone the exact way that like we think it would go. So, all right, real quick, let's get Jack back in here because obviously the New England Patriots are on the clock. I think we should be good to go. All right, let's go. Jack, be in. There you go. Jack, how's your sound working?
Good, I guess.
All right, yeah, you're good. You're good, man.
Why not? I already got spoiled to this pick. I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, you know, we all know.
You can say it. I don't care.
No, you can say it.
Oh yeah, it's Will Campbell, Demon Home.
Beautiful.
I was out of him for the longest time and scouted him. And Will Campbell.
Yeah. So I'm 4 for 4 right now. This might be the most chalk draft to date so far.
I would love to know what the Browns are going to do here at 5 now. If they stay, I would not be shocked if they trade down again.
Jacksonville also received more. That's Jackson. That's what you were saying, right?
We got more.
Hop in here real quick.
Here, Jackson, jump in.
Mr. Gross,
okay,
you tweeted out.
Yes. So this is without the 2026 first that Cleveland would be getting next year because I couldn't find it on the chart, obviously. But with the trade, Jacksonville received 2,697 points in value. Cleveland receives 2,286.
This is the
Jack. How much is a future first?
So this is the Jimmy Johnson scale,
like
not
300, right?
This is the Jimmy Johnson scale, yes.
Okay, so I would not know based off of the Johnson scale. So typically what it is for a future first on the Rich Hill model, I don't know if it's any different with the Jimmy Johnson model. It's essentially wherever you are slotted this year, minus 32 picks. And if it's 2 years, it's you basically go 64. So
So
what's 33 worth this?
Yeah, we're
Excuse me. What's
33 is worth
There we go.
580.
34 because it would be the Browns pick, right? Or no, it would be the Jags. It was 37, whatever it is.
37 is worth 530.
Okay, so add that to that. And that
They barely won the trade.
what is the value again? What did you say what the value was for the first round? Sorry, we were having
So
some audio stuff going on. So
Essentially, the
It's-
pick minus 32
okay,
because it's next
this is
year.
next year.
Or if it's in 2 years, the pick minus
Because
64.
that's the old. Is that, hey Jackson, that's the chart that
It's the Jimmy Johnson chart.
The
Jimmy
Dallas,
yeah,
yeah.
there's multiple versions of like a trade chart, but that's the one Jimmy Johnson used.
Yeah, so that's the numbers. If you add about
Right,
560,
no, I saw that.
they barely
530.
win that trade.
They won it by 119 points, Cleveland.
Yeah, 119 point win is not big. For
I feel like on
four
that
spots
model, like
in the
it
top
might be.
first round.
I'm just not super well versed. I pretty much have only ever used the Rich Hill model, so I wouldn't know like to scale how much of a win that would be. But I don't like
we're
that.
talking about Excel space.
I
For real,
do
right?
like.
Yeah.
I do like Jags.
That's why.
A lot of guts to do that.
All right,
If
well,
you're
good stuff.
34.
You know what? I'm looking forward. Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Browns do here. I think this is like I said. Didn't I say fifth pick was going to start the draft?
What everyone's been saying.
Who did I have? So I mocked.
Nobody
at
had Hunter in here.
five.
The
I
Saints
mocked,
were like- The
I
Saints are
got
like 4
Mason Graham. I had
Hunter.
Mason.
Browns are trying to trade down.
Browns
Yeah,
are
they're trying to
go
go down
down.
to 10, 100%. I guarantee you, they know the Bears want to move up.
Pick is in for Cleveland.
Oh, this is going to be so funny.
Oh, never mind.
This could be legitimately anyone.
That's crazy. Chicago could have traded all the way up, and they did, and they let the Jaguars do the cool thing. And now they're not going to get Genty. They're going to get somebody who's not going to be useful to them, and they're going to still suck.
No, they're going to get my guy. They're going to get Kelvin Banks. They're going to be all set.
So what's the read on him? Because I've seen like people really excited about him to like throwing pitchforks if the Bears draft him.
I'm like one of 10 people on the planet that think he's the best tackle in this draft. I'm not even exaggerating. One of 10 people who think he's the best tackle in this draft.
Okay.
It's not by much, but I think I had him over Campbell by like 0.75 scouting points, which isn't like a ton, but it's enough to where it's probably.
See, this is where we need an offensive line.
That's where we need Kenny. Where is he? Where is Kenny?
That's what I'm saying.
Unavailable.
He had a prior engagement though. All right, so it's hilarious. Now we're just
Campbell's are
saying,
taking over
the pick
Boston.
is
Then
in
we
for
got
the
Christian
Patriots.
Campbell. Now we got Will Campbell, brother. Right now, to see the
Shocker.
Patriots trade back into the first round to get a receiver, and then we're
Shocker.
cooking. But I don't hate this for New England. I had Kelvin Banks over him by again like a wait, who's Michael Bruce? No, you can't have that as the player comp. You can't have that as the player comp, Daniel Jeremiah. I've never heard of this. That's not a real person.
Denver Broncos
how-
making an aggressive push to get into the top 10.
Yeah, they're gonna draft Taysom Hill somehow. They're gonna skirt the rules and draft Taysom Hill. They're gonna make Sean Payton's dreams come true. I promise you.
We got in time. Man, this is gonna be like.
I'm not even.
So Tyler Lockett. Hey, so Tyler Lockett has just announced, or the Titans have just announced that he's gonna be signing with Tyler Lockett. Gonna be signing with the Titans.
That was last night.
Hours ago.
That was last
I
night.
didn't even see that. It just came on my feed.
Yeah, that was last night at like 10 o'clock. I definitively remember seeing that.
I think
It
he
just now came
reported
up.
it
That's
himself
hilarious.
too.
Yeah,
It looks like Mason Graham. So it looks like it's gonna be Mason
Really?
Graham for the Browns guys.
Yep.
I'm
I mean,
seeing
you
stuff
just
out of
lost
Chicago
Alvin
right
Kamara.
now.
So I don't hate that.
You
I
need
mean,
an
I'm not
interior
mad about
force
it.
next to Myles Garrett. I think that's a
I mean, I did actually.
Yeah,
want
I mean,
Mason
you
Graham,
just
too.
lost your best interior defender, so I don't hate that at all for them.
If Mason Graham is going there, it might happen. Like I know all the guys that like I've talked to, but so this is the pick. So right here is the pick that to be concerned about if you're the Bears and if you actually do want Ashton Genty, because if the Raiders are on the clock at 6, which they are, after this pick comes in from the Browns, if you want Janty, it has to be after, or if the Las Vegas Brady's don't take him.
I don't think it's a lock that they take him though.
Who, the Raiders?
Yeah, I don't think it's a lock.
Why would they not?
You need help a
They go
corner.
receiver?
You just release your best corner. Granted, it was a head case, but Jack Jones was your best corner, and you released him. You have nothing at that room now. And I think you could probably use another safety. They essentially swapped out Trevin Merrick for, I believe, Jeremy
Fair.
Chin.
I don't know. We'll see. It should be,
Like, I've been pounding the
there's a
table
huge
for
draft party
Valentine's We're in Green Bay.
So I don't know if you guys heard that.
That was loud.
So right now, in the media room, we're here to allow
Is that Travis Hunter?
Duval. Yeah.
AEW wins again.
So Travis Henry just came into the media room right now.
Oh, okay.
He walked around over there.
Oh, did he
I
really?
just saw a whole group of people walking in.
Oh.
Look at and then yeah. So we got.
Either giving Will Campbell
we
like
got
a
Travis.
pop right now.
Yeah.
I can't hear him.
Oh, dude, look at this! Look at that bling on his watch. So we have Travis Hunter's entourage and crew are all chilling over here right now. They're getting one of them.
Should I go down on my phone and go in there?
Good.
Why not? Yeah.
It's the best night of
All
their
right.
life.
Well, MJ will be right back.
I'm moving.
They're mute.
Well, let's move, MJ. Move.
Here, I'll just. Do you want the AirPod?
Yeah. Just leave the.
It's just you can hear
Yeah,
him a little easier.
take the AirBud with you. That'd be infinitely funnier.
All right. Hold
We
on.
can't do that because
No,
I need an
this is
AirPod in
big
because otherwise they're
100%
gonna be able to hear.
Set in stone is
Gonna be able to
basically
hear.
It's true.
Everyone and their brother is reporting that that's what they're going.
All right.
with.
So MJ is going to try to get in there right now, and all
I would love to know the process here if you're the Browns.
right. So I'm going to adjust this a little bit.
I don't like Jimmy Haslam sitting back there in that war room. I don't
We
like
have
the
the
look.
Cleveland Browns on the clock.
Yeah,
I
on
haven't
the
seen
clock
anything yet.
5 minutes ago.
You what?
Yeah, they made the pick. We're gonna. By the time we get to
Yeah,
pick
it's
30, the drafts would have been over for an hour. By the time we get to pick 25,
Dude, it's bad.
every year.
I'm telling you, it's. I don't like how. Yeah, it looks. The Browns are at 5. Are selecting Michigan defensive tackle Mason Graham.
I mean,
Is this
very
accurate? Is this
low risk
Is this
player,
accurate account?
I would say.
Yeah, it's an accurate account.
But I mean, I just don't get the. Unless you
All
think
right,
that.
so Mason Graham looks like he's going to be. That's a scary. Hey man, I'm going to say right now, that's actually a scary defensive line.
You're kind of cutting in and out, Bruce.
That's a really scary defensive line down there or over there, I guess. Also, by the way, did you guys know that there's a Cleveland, Wisconsin?
I
I
do
did
now.
not know that.
I didn't know that either. When we were driving up here today, we saw an exit for Cleveland, Wisconsin, or Cleveland, and I'm like, no,
That's
definitely not where we're going.
That's a couple of Cleveland's too many for my liking. I don't like that at all.
All right, so right now, I actually kind of want both y'all's opinion on this. Who is the number one person on your draft board right now? Who would you be taking, if you had the opportunity?
Well, So, are we talking as if we're the Raiders?
No, just a ranking, just a complete blind ranking. Who would you be taking right now? Not even taking out of consideration the team or whatever. Just if you would rank the players that are left right now, give me a top 3.
All right. So, based on the people that are still available, I have my big board up right now. That'd be Malachi Stark, safety out of Georgia, who is probably going to end up going in the 20s, and it's going to drive me insane. I think he's awesome. Kelvin Banks, offensive tackle out of Texas, and then Will Johnson, cornerback out of Michigan. I know some people have been talking about his
Jackson's upset. Jackson, what's up?
Oh no, what happened?
What happened?
The Raiders pick is in.
Okay, here
It's
we
Genty.
go. It is.
Oh,
It's Genty.
They got him.
rock. Okay. Now I understand if you wanted Genty if you're a Bears fan. This is also a really good running back class. So
It is.
Now, Genty is on that on that tier of running back where it's like Saquon, McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson. I would even throw in Jahmyr Gibbs into that grouping. I know he wasn't widespread thought like that. I personally loved him the year he came out of Bama because he was essentially that entire offense with Bryce Young.
So right now, currently, if I'm the Bears,
he's clearly a like that caliber of running back to where I think it's worth.
If I'm the Bears right now, so real quick, guys, if I'm the Bears, I'm trading down.
I wouldn't.
I'm trading down. I am. I'm acquiring draft capital, and I mean I had them staying in my mock.
I don't know if this is the year to
Calvin Banks Jr. But
to do that, you're trying to win, not like
title
contend. But
we're gonna trade down with. No one really wants to trade up. It seems this draft.
Unless Pittsburgh goes bananas and trades up to 10 for Shedeur if the Saints don't take him.
True.
I hear Carolina is taking offers on number 8 right now.
Yeah, people in Chicago right now are like, "Thank you, Pete Carroll."
Why?
I know people. I've seen Bears fans like all over the place. Like 50% of them love Genty, 50% of them hate Genty. Then it's the exact
I'm not
same
mad about it. Like that. Like I was indifferent. Like I wouldn't have minded him at all. But if the Raiders didn't pick him, he was coming to Chicago. I really believe that because the Jets. There's no reason why the Jets should take him. There's absolutely no reason for.
I would say this. There was talk earlier today about the availability of Breece Hall. So
I think
if it came of that, then yeah, I would say he becomes.
I'm actually thinking the Jets go wide receiver.
I don't think receivers really. I think they go tight end. I think they go Warren.
Dude, I hope so. Please, because I do not want the Bears to pick Warren.
No, let's pick Loveland instead. Let's pick Loveland.
Loveland,
yeah, I want Colson Love. I
would not hate Colson
Love. I think he's a better tight end than Tyler Warren.
So Tyler Warren's clearly better, but again, that's as an all-around tight end. I think Colson Loveland's the better receiving threat.
You know what? Real quick, hey, let's. Oh wait, no, hold on. Time out. All right, Connor, can you be a huge favor? Can we bring Cy in? Because Cy had it under some false pretenses that he had some information thinking that there was potential for the Dallas Cowboys to trade into that pick to get Ashton Genty. So Cy, you want to jump in or wait? Hold on. Hold on. Do we have MJ? Is MJ in
He is.
MJ is. I don't know what MJ is doing. Connor, keep an eye on MJ if you could, please.
He just said
right hand up. I was wrong.
Go ahead,
right hand up.
Nope, left hand.
No, we're right hand up right now. We don't get the left yet. That's how wrong I was. Is that what he wanted? Maybe. Is he the hometown kid?
Don't give away your potential sources. Don't say. I won't say. Like we don't need to talk about that. However, Cy, what are your thoughts about Genty going to the Raiders?
Pete Carroll Pete Carroll tried to give it away. That's what a lot of people wanted.
Pete Carroll has his old quarterback, and now he's got a new running back.
Marshawn Lynch 2.0.
I will say it's funny you bring up Marshawn Lynch because I think this kid has his contact balance almost down to a science.
Mm-hmm.
He's built. I don't want to say he's 100% built like Marshawn, but he's short. And obviously, he's just a hard guy to tackle. And he's elusive. He has great vision. The only thing I would really note about him is he did have, I believe, 6 fumbles this year, which wasn't as much of an issue in years 1 and 2.
I think we got people from Vegas over here.
He's spectacular. This is an unreal running back prospect.
I'm so disappointed. I kind of did want him. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
But no, if I'm the Raiders, this was the pick you kind of had to make at 6. Yeah, your defense has a lot of holes, but Raheem Mostert's your RB1 right now, and he was an RB1 4 years ago. You needed a running back.
We were for 1,000+ yards like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, still good 4 years ago. Not that great now. I'll hate on him. I don't mind.
He was unstoppable for the Dolphins.
Not the point right now, Jack. Not the point right now. They needed someone better.
Hey, real quick, Connor, can you do me a favor? Text MJ because We only got 10 more minutes that we're probably going to be staying live because MJ and I want to walk around and try to get some clips. So if any of you guys can do me a huge favor, text MJ because I just have my work phone.
Not committed to the grind.
Just let him go. Let him go. Well, okay,
wow.
we're going to be live for only a little bit longer. You guys can stay on and keep doing your thing. I'm cool with that.
They're showing.
So, like I said,
there's great.
Oh no!
Oh boy! Look who's made his return.
Oh no!
Oh boy!
I'm excited to see how Mickey Loomis messes this up.
That's so funny.
For Raiders, I love this pick. It's exactly what they needed.
I would have gone Will Johnson, but I definitely don't hate the idea of this being like, hey, we're gonna give you a steady dose of Ashton Genty, and then whenever we just feel like you're gonna load the box. Where's that pass of the Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers?
Exactly.
And there's just not much they can do about it.
They signed Gino to the extension. Yeah, it's kind of the warning sign. Hey, we're probably not going QB, at least not in the first round.
Oh, looks like the Giants are not. Sorry, no, the Giants are not moving on from.
MJ wasn't able to get anything.
Kayvon?
Yeah, they just picked up his 5th-year option.
I wouldn't necessarily say that means they're keeping him, but that would make me now more inclined to believe they are. But I don't think it's a lock by any means.
And pick 7 is in.
All right, he's making his way back. What time we got? Man, it was only the 6th pick, and it's already 7:52. All right, so real quick before we transition to a more serious topic, make sure you get good car insurance.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff Wertepney at 704-464-4544, let him know that TDT Media Third Down Thursday sent you. He will hook you up with some good rates. All right, ladies and gentlemen, real quick.
Are we going to let that Connor Davis
hold on. A little bit more serious.
Oh, wait. Wow.
So, hey, real quick. Fine.
Yes, you're in here, Connor. You can mute yourself.
Yeah, Connor, you're good. All right, so listen up. So what was it? 5 years ago, MJ and I started Third Down Thursdays with the goal in mind for us to continuously expand and go. And that's still the goal. So that's not going anywhere. I should back away because my head looks like gigantic. That's still the absolute goal. Our goal is to continue expanding. Our goal is to still build what we can and do the things that we're good at. And with the credibility that we have been able to gain during the course of this venture. That being said, I think it's only appropriate that I say thank you to MJ for allowing me to be a part of the ride that we have been on for these past 5 years. And I couldn't have done this and continue to do this without him. And I graciously, I guess, give him the opportunity to say what you guys said.
So I'm just going to jump right into it. Today will be my last show and my last event officially covering with TDT Media for a variety of personal and professional reasons. I've got to step away. And, you guys know, obviously, that I've been gone for a little bit, and I wanted to actually be able to make a really good informed decision before I made a public announcement and a official announcement. I don't know how to do things 50% or 75% or even 98%. And I think you guys know that. And unfortunately, I'm at the point where I cannot give 100 to 110% to you guys and to TDT Media. And so it is best for everybody here, best for myself and my family, if I step away, because I just can't give it what I gave it when Bruce and I first started, and even what I was giving a year ago. And so I can't thank, specifically everybody on here. I want to give an additional shout out to Braden and Kenny, who aren't able to be here right now. You guys have been not just incredible people to work with, but like everybody on this show right now are like basically all of my best friends. Okay. And so I hope you guys know that this is something I've talked through with Bruce a lot. This is something I've talked through with all of my closest friends, family, advisors, before I made this decision. And it is unfortunately something I have to do. TDT Media will keep running. Everything will keep going. Bruce and I co-founded this for a reason, with the understanding that at some point one of us might have to step away. And so, in my acting role as chief executive officer, I will step away from that. And then from all of the day-to-day responsibilities, which I've already unfortunately been stepping away from just naturally, I will step away from that as well. So for you guys who are here, not viewing audience-wise, in terms of, the guys on this call right now, Bruce will go through some of these things with you here soon in terms of kind of transition and all of that. That's not what's important right now. They lost us. Are we back?
We got internet. We had internet issues. We should be okay.
I can still hear you guys. You're good.
Okay, perfect. As long as you can hear me, that's what's important. The face don't matter. So in terms of the transition, Bruce will take care of that, which is obviously for, the guys on the call. For everybody watching, I know it has been a weird 5 years. Yes, it's been very fun. And what Bruce and I have been able to do, I never would have dreamed we would have been able to do when we started it in your basement and in my bedroom in April of 2020 during COVID. I never would have dreamed that I would be at the NFL draft at Lambeau Field as media. So I am incredibly thankful to all of the organizations that we have worked with, all of the media contacts, all of the friends I have made in media. Again, I have made so many lifelong friends in the media space that I would not have met otherwise. And so, I just wanted to come on, make that announcement, and just say thank you.
Well said.
Thanks, sir.
Well said.
We love you, goats. You'll be good.
So,
All right, we get back in here.
thank you, guys. Thank you.
Oh, that's
What a send off.
There
What a
could not
send
be
off.
a better way
It's so
to get
so
sent
AI
off my
generated.
last
It's
show.
so funny.
with MJ's bra
with that-
campaign.
Yeah, then with that incredible comment.
Oh my god, I love it.
And that right there
How
is why I
do we
love
transition
everything
from
I've
that?
done.
You can't transition out of that.
Yeah, that's the best
I
transition.
remember New York Jet.
I love
Hey,
it.
good pick.
So
Good pick.
once again, love you guys
Everyone-
with everything I've got. Thank you
Yes.
for everything. We're gonna hop off
We're
right
gonna hop
now.
off now. You guys take care of it. Do your thing. Connor, when you guys let us know when you decide you want to end the stream, okay? Because we will be going live during the course of walking around the concourse or whatever, just so that way you guys can see
Like
some of
exactly what's going on.
It's fucking insane. I said I wasn't gonna swear. I only did one time. That's actually a freaking.
That's
pretty
character
decent,
growth.
Yeah.
Thing.
Oh,
Very proud.
swearing,
Very proud.
swearing,
Thanks, man.
funny,
Yes,
swearing
absolutely.
equals.
But yeah, we're gonna hop off. We'll hop back on at some point, maybe with some camera shots of what's going on at the draft.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys keep killing it. I'm proud of y'all, and we'll see you later.
Go get
Yes,
some
sir.
intel
Thanks,
for
guys.
us.
We'll do a bit soon. Also, real quick, shout out to my wife. I love you. My daughter, I love you even more. Good Lord Jesus Christ, I love you too. Thank you guys so much. Let's keep rolling with this. Wifey, I'll see you around 2:00 tonight or this morning, whatever.
2 o'clock tonight?
Later, guys.
Later, guys.
See ya, boys.
And then number 4.
I just want to say, I have gotten 7 in a row.
There he fucking
players
goes.
on my
Here we
mock
go.
draft.
Here he goes.
7 for 7. Suck my Jaquagle, Jack Gaffney.
Man. Anyways,
Pick
on
8
the
is
Jets.
in.
We like it. We love it. We hate it.
I hate to say it, I actually do.
I have said James Pierce Jr. is going to the Panthers since February, and if
You
he
have.
goes to the Panthers here, I changed it in my mock 3.0.
If he, this would be the worst pick so far if he
Goes
here.
to the Panthers here.
This would be by
Oh,
far the
perfect.
worst of the 8.
I want it to be Jalen Walker. But if it's James Pierce, it's going to be like.
Oh, it
Okay.
might be Jalen Walker, but
Can I tell you what side of the ball it is?
what?
It's an offensive pick.
Oh my
for the
God, are they going
Panthers.
Teds? Oh
No,
my
they're
God,
not
are they
going-
going
They're
Teds?
going with Ted.
Jack Gaffney? Are they going to Tedder McMillan?
No.
What
Don't
McMillan?
do it. Don't
Are
do
they
it.
doing? Are they doing
Don't
Mr.
do it.
50%
They're
effort
doing it.
himself?
They're doing it. They're doing
Oh,
it.
also,
Again,
I would like
plays
y'all to
off,
know
not in my locker
we were repping whole
I was
time.
going to ask you.
Repping the
we
whole
don't-
time, baby. Repping the whole time. I'm
Rep-
so happy about
No,
My
drafting
pick's
my top
next. My pick's next.
Chicago's Big Ten team.
All right, Jack Gaffney, what do you think
Shout out
about
to good.
the Panthers pick of Tedoroy McMillan?
They actually took him on my fucking goal.
They did.
I'm gonna preface this.
Yeah,
I-
can we
I-
actually
I-
get
okay,
your point of view?
despite
It looked like your cousin just died. Like, what's going on?
Despite what you see right now, I don't explicitly dislike Tedoroa McMillan. I think I had him as my number 20 prospect. Still a first round caliber guy, my number 2 pure wide receiver if you just take Travis Hunter out of the equation. My thing with him is I don't think he has a particularly great release game. I think he gets through the gears a bit slower than you would like. He's not exactly a slow guy for someone who's like 6'4", 205. So I think that's good. Great hands, I will say. Unreal catch radius. He's great in 50-50 ball situations. But I don't get this pick.
He doesn't
Doesn't like the block. Don't love that. Not in my locker room. I'll tell you that much right now, brother.
Man.
Yeah,
I don't. You needed help on the edge. Probably could have used a linebacker. Maybe could have used another safety. I think corner was a good spot for them after they blocked
They
down.
easily could have gotten a receiver in round 3 or round 4 and been fine.
Yeah,
on the edge first round.
Yeah, like
Unless they're banking on like an Ezraku falls to second, but I don't think he is.
I would
We'll
imagine
see.
Ezraku is probably going to be in the 20s at some point. I
Mhm.
don't get this pick at all, really.
I had Ezraku going to the Commanders. I think that made the most sense to me.
I can see that.
I 100% think he's going to the Packers. 100%.
Really?
Him or Shamar.
And whoever doesn't go to the Packers of those two is probably going to the Lions.
Now, I heard the Saints aren't picking a quarterback, so I think they might pick Shamar Stewart because he's a boomer bust defensive end.
Well,
What if they go?
It's not like the Saints have done that before.
Yeah, exactly.
oh, this is going to be Taysom Hill. They got to re-up his contract.
Peyton Turner.
What they're going to do, they're going to draft
Go
Taysom.
right back to it.
They're going to go into a time machine, get him to when his knees were still healthy so he can play this year, and then essentially get him on a rookie contract again so they can essentially circumvent the cap. Because Mickey Loomis is a criminal and should be behind bars.
Confirmed.
And here's just a fun thing to think about. 5 years earlier, Cam Ward was not even a 1-star prospect, and DJ Uiagalelei was a 5-star prospect.
I remember that dude had all the hype in the world. I thought he was pretty
He
good.
did. He was supposed to be like the left-handed Trevor Lawrence.
He was supposed to be literally. He had that one COVID start. Remember that game they played at Notre Dame where Trevor Lawrence got COVID? And then they lost. They were undefeated.
Are you talking about DJ?
Didn't Notre Dame storm the field? Am I remembering that right?
Oh, they did. Yeah, because I think Clemson was number 1 in the country.
Yes. I don't even watch college football that much, and I remember.
DJ?
But Ted McMillan, they just showed it on the NFL Network feed. Drake London was the comp. That's about as close as a player comp you can get to in this draft, I think. Like, there's a lot of Drake London here, with just the size, the athletic profile, the usage, all that.
Okay, this is my last pick for the night.
What do you mean your last pick for the night? There's like
a brother's gonna stay on for the Saints and then just dip.
I got people over. I can't stay on all night. I got my brother. Jackson, did you see the pick?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Don't even look. I don't even want to look. I want to get his reaction.
Can we put him up on the full screen?
Yeah,
It
can we
makes
get a
me
full
crash out.
Maybe.
Can we
full
get
screen? Get him full screen immediately. I'm looking this pick up, and I'm muting myself before I react.
We're gonna preemptively.
Oh, okay. No, okay. Oh, I saw it. Yeah, this is.
Is it Shamar Stewart?
No.
I will tell you this. I like this pick.
Is it Jackson Dart?
No.
I just said I like this pick.
Honestly, this
Oh,
is
you
a
like
I
it?
literally
No, this-
just said I like this pick. And then your
actually-
immediate response is it Jackson Dart?
this is a very Saints pick. We'll put it like that.
I
Yes.
don't hate this pick.
I really don't hate it.
Maybe
I don't know.
I thought he was gonna fall a little bit more, but
I don't know where
hate
he's going to play necessarily.
it. Oh yeah, no, definitely don't know where he's gonna slot in, but
Don't say
Well,
that.
I like the player. I like the player.
no, we
I
said
need
that.
somebody that can play day one.
He'll play day one. We just
You
don't
got
know
someone that can play day one.
Just don't know where.
we don't know where.
Oh my god.
I just got 6th on my board, brother. You're good.
Yeah, no,
Six?
it's
I had to
it's-
remember last year. I had to talk you off the ledge last year with
about Tally's Flaga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and you were on.
Because
You
I
were
wanted
like,
Jared
why-
Verse so bad. That's because
Yes.
and then he ended up winning.
And you were right.
And listen, again, I was right on
You
Jared
were
Verse,
right.
He was like number 2 defender.
We were both right. We were both right.
Correct. Again, we're gonna end we're gonna wait here for another 20 minutes before this Saints pick comes in, man. This is
showing the.
I don't have a video feed. Are they in commercial right now?
No,
they're-
they're not. They're showing.
They're
Ted
showing Ted's
after
highlights.
the Saints pick. Mickey, if you can hear my prayers,
listen. Leave God out of your mess. Leave God out of your mess. Are you kidding me?
God
Saints.
cannot save the Saints.
The Saints. Get them out of here.
no, I need God to place His like perfect finger on Mickey Loomis just for a second.
Loomis is a criminal.
Well, maybe
his high
Do you
crimes against the
realize
salary cap.
criminal went with Jesus to paradise the day Jesus was crucified.
I can put the King Von video to what he is. No, the King Von video.
Wow.
All like the people that are talking about him, like, oh man, this dude's a demon. He'd go out there and do it himself. That's Mickey Loomis when it comes to the NFL salary cap.
That's a take. That is a take and a half.
That's a fact. That's not a take. That's
No,
a fact.
no, it is. It is. I'm gonna give it to you. That's just wow.
Oh
What,
Lord.
like 40 million over the cap somehow.
Okay.
They got out of
Never
it.
and always.
Yeah, because you decided to restructure because you thought you could compete this
He's
year,
no-
which made no sense.
Real
to me.
quick. Shout out to Derek Carr. Real quick. Derek Carr, my hero. You want to talk about kneecapping bad people. I love that. Good for him. I hope we don't have to play a single down
I
this
love
year.
that. Good for him.
Get your bag, King. Get your bag.
Our
That'd be
drought
bad.
continues without drafting a QB.
All right.
Maybe you trade back up into the first. Who knows?
I saw your draft with Nate the other night. I saw what was it, Jackson Dart at 9. I wanted to puke when I saw
did
that.
too. I did too, but like
I wanted
I
to
just
puke.
heard that they were so fascinated with Jackson Dart, so I had to put him at 9. But if they don't,
That part is, I do believe that because your front office is not the smartest.
exactly. So the fact you're telling me it's not Jackson Dart is a huge like relief.
Yeah.
Who
No,
said?
I didn't have this one.
Listen, I didn't say it wasn't a quarterback.
If it's Shador, I might
Listen,
go.
listen,
I will
I never
say
said it wasn't a quarterback. You understand?
it is an offensive player.
Oh,
Here
it's
you go. Here you go.
It's gonna be tackle. I don't know. Oh,
Kelvin Banks high. We move, baby. Kelvin
okay,
Banks.
another tackle 2 years in a row, Mickey.
My number one tackle in this draft.
I don't know what quarterback you're protecting, but let's go.
You got Taysom Hill, brother. You're all set.
I guess so. I guess we have.
You got professional sports number one charity case. Who's gonna play on one bad knee?
I don't hate this pick. I just don't know who you're protecting. Jake Hayner. If you put Jake Hayner behind
So,
center,
real quick, they declined Trevor Petting's 5th-year option, right?
yeah, they did, but they took Chris Olave's.
Okay, so yeah, so he's playing right tackle then. I would imagine.
Yeah, he's for sure playing right tackle because
I actually wouldn't hate though if they put him to left and then shifted Fulaga to right. But again, that's a really good tackle duo if Banks is going to pan out like I think he's going
I
to.
thought the Bears were going to take Banks, so now I'm curious.
That's what I was too. So now it's like
I think if you're it's a bitter pill.
In here, do you take a tackle here, Jackson? Who do you take here?
oh
I know who it is already.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot. Don't tell me this.
I don't like the body language I'm getting right now. Isn't good.
No, this is actually.
It's a 50-50 split. I don't know how to feel.
Hold on, what's the details on this though?
But,
So I'm assuming Jackson, you saw what I saw.
Yes, I did. From our
Okay.
boy Ari Melrov.
Yep.
Because they haven't.
that dude was
I could've-
winding Twitter, and then now he's like a legit media guy. That's the dream. Shout out to Ari.
That's what we're all trying to do, brother.
Like that dude was just like, I'm gonna
Oh.
everything. Bam.
Yep.
I hate it. I just don't. No.
Listen,
He's
no,
crying.
trust me, you're like Banks. Banks is really good.
All right, you put me at ease with Fuaga.
I'm like, again, I am one of 10 people on Earth who had him ahead of Will Campbell.
Banks.
Yeah, Banks was my number one tackle in this entire draft.
Before the Browns signed Flacco, I had Will Campbell going 13 to the Dolphins.
Really?
Yeah.
Again, I was not the biggest Campbell guy before I scouted him. I just didn't really know
It's
how
the
to feel
short
about
arms for me.
Well, after scouting him, to me, it's not necessarily the arms. I think he can play a tackle with the arms. The one thing that came up quite a bit was that he likes to open the door inside a lot.
You get Laura Rutledge to announce your pick? What the heck?
The married woman, Connor.
I don't think Connor cares.
Oh. You already know the 49ers pick. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why do you stop looking at your phones?
Bro, Denver already picked at this point. Like, how are you surprised? The Packers are on the clock in actuality right now. Like, what are we talking about?
Nah, for real. We don't.
Nah, we're already getting ready for the Eagles, dog. I don't know what you're talking
Packers
about.
are reaching for
Yeah,
that.
the first round's been over for like 10 minutes. Like, what are we talking about?
It's actually just a simulation that we're living in right now.
Back in Paul Tagovailo's NFL, we did the entire draft in one day. That was awesome. Why did we get away from that? We did all 7 rounds. One sitting, Connor Davis. That's what we did back in our day. You were too
May
young.
14th is when the schedule will come out.
Oh. So we're pausing the draft to say that the schedule's dropping.
Yeah,
a
why
month.
are we doing this crap? Let's get on with the draft.
Move?
Yeah, no, we literally know who the next 2 picks are already. Like, why do we care about?
Yeah, the opener is going to be is going to be a rematch of the NFC Championship game, and then the Sunday night games end up being like, I don't know, Buffalo and KC. I don't know.
Maybe you get Buffalo and Baltimore.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that. Let's move it.
I want to see who the Bears pick. This pick intrigues.
I'm not looking because Jackson's reaction has to be a little bit intrigued. I'm interested.
I
what to
know who the
think.
next 2 picks are, and honestly, I don't love either, but I don't hate either.
Oh, I just realized. I just remembered where this
Dude,
draft
if it's
is. I'm trying to
Tyler
hear
Warren,
reaction. I'm trying to hear this reaction to this
It's
pick,
gonna
and
be
they are
Tyler
booing.
it's
Loud
gonna be
boos.
Tyler Warren.
This is like me at AEW last week when the Young Bucks came out.
Me and Bruce had a
Good shit. Good shit.
we had a conversation of if
Shout out
he
to the Young Bucks. They're good again now. They decided to stop working bad matches intentionally. So good for them.
They cooked last night.
They did. That was a great match.
Dig-a-doo.
Actually, since we're gonna have to wait like 10 minutes in between picks, I feel like there were. Oh yeah, here the Mongo. Speaking of wrestling, Mongo McMichael.
Rest in peace to a goat.
Diamonds are forever.
Diamonds are forever.
Mongo's remarkable contributions to the game and the community.
I gotta go back and watch some of his like tag matches with like Flair and some other guy who its name escapes me. I guess he was from Calgary.
50 years ago,
Who was doing that? I don't know.
in the 1975 NFL.
They're trying to have a moment of silence for Steve McMichael, and Jack's over here talking about Ric Flair tag matches.
He was in the Four Horsemen. He was in the Four Horsemen, Connor.
Bang!
You want to talk
You
about a
wanna hear
guy who
first.
lived? You want to talk about a guy who lived a near perfect life? This dude's an icon in the world of Chicago sports, and he's like, "I'm gonna go into wrestling. I'm gonna join One of the greatest factions ever. Just almost a walk into the Four Horsemen.
How do you feel about the Lawrence Taylor Bam Bam Bigelow match?
Horrible. Love both those guys, but horrible. All right, let's see this pick.
NFL Man of the Year award. So with the 10th pick in the 2025
Tyler Warren.
Oh, wow. Yep, I called it. Yep. I think Bruce cut me off. No, Bruce cut me off, but I was saying I actually would like Colson Loveland and Ben Johnson offense.
Yeah, everyone and their brothers comparing him to Sam Laporta. So it's like, yep, makes sense.
Get a guy that he's familiar with.
The team fit's good. I do like the team fit here for Colson
And
Loveland.
I think he's a much better blocker than Tyler Warren is, which is much better. No?
Warren's the better blocker.
Warren's the better? Okay. I was going to say if Loveland was the better blocker, then I would say it's a much better fit next to Cole Kmet. But
yeah, Loveland's like more of a receiver, but he's a really good receiving tight end.
Yeah, so actually that even works even better.
There's a guy you feed it to over the middle like 7-8 times a game, and you feel great about it. Really good football player. Like
we'll have him run the stumble play.
Like if you're in the business of like we just want to draft good football players, this is a guy you get like in the 10s, the teens.
Yeah, I don't
every single time.
I feel like this does mean Tyler Warren is probably going to be a Miami Dolphin or Indianapolis Colts.
I feel like if you're
hammering the Colts,
yeah, he's gonna be a Colt. I feel like at this point, but if I'm the Dolphins, I think you have to go with the tackle now since Terron Armstead retired.
Yeah, and you already got 3 tackles off the board,
and now your best option is a guy who
Josh Simmons,
entire kneecap was torn off the tendon like 6 months ago.
Yeah,
Josh Simmons. Well, I think it's a great player. His tape from when he was healthy this year, fantastic. That's just not an injury.
That's probably going to have to be the pick.
That's just not an injury that I feel good about. I would have to feel 100% good about the medicals to take him.
Mm-hmm. This 49ers pick that's coming up is, it's a pick you would expect.
Offense or defense? I'm assuming it's defense.
Defense.
All right, so I'm assuming this is Michael Williams.
Bingo.
Oh, it's right. Perfect. That's
yeah.
Great.
Yep.
It's a great one of my favorite players in this entire
him next
draft,
to Bosa, you really can't complain there. It's a great fucking fellow to learn from.
The pass rush profile is probably going to take
a season,
a couple years. Yeah, it's gonna be like he basically is Jalen Walker. That's kind of the profile he is. So the pass rush profile, it's going to take some time. You'll get some spurts. I think the speed, the power can kind of translate right away.
He'll have some reps that are really going to look really good. They'll have some reps. You'll have some reps where it'll be like, how did this tackle just manhandle you?
Now, the thing that really irked me about Connor is being like, no, James Pierce, man. James Pierce is this guy. He's going to go top 10.
Character problems are going to push him to the late.
Not even that. James Pierce is not a good run defender. You want to know who is a good run defender? Michael Williams, a very good run defender. So that's going to justify him being out there.
What did the 49ers struggle with last year? Run defense.
I would say a lot more than that, but yeah, sure.
One of the many things. So, hey, get a guy who can help day one, and who's going to take, and who ideally will take.
Lasted this long. I thought he was going to go to the Panthers, honestly, but they said we're going to go completely off the reservation, and I guess good for them. But
yeah, looking at the offensive weapons now, you assume that Tet is going to ideally be your receiver 1. Leggett is your 2. Thielen's your 3.
I feel like your X is Thielen for sure. I actually think that I would not be shocked if Ted McMillan's like a jumbo slot for them primarily. Because he did go in the slot a decent bit from what I remember on his tape.
But then again, Leggett's better in the slot than playing outside.
And then you also have Jalen Coker, who had a very, very good rookie year.
And then Tommy Tremble and Jadon Sanders
wins again.
Tight ends. So it's a lot of young, unproven weapons for Carolina. But honestly, with what they're trying to build, Yeah, it's fun.
It's actually a fun group.
It's very energetic. Like they will kick ass. Like yeah, did they win 5 games last year?
They grew up a ton. That was the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Like an Eagles team that was trying in their own barn. That was beat them. They grew up a ton in the back half of the year. That's a fun team. I think they might win that division if they are still in that division. I want to guarantee, but
jeez,
they have some fun players.
Their floor this year, I think, is definitely 7 wins. I think they could get as high as 9, but then again, as low as 5. Again,
yeah, they got some fun guys in that team. Man. That's a. I thought they were done,
and they got a lot more picks too, as far as I remember. So,
yeah, once they
let them develop.
Once they bench Bryce Young, I'm like, oh, it's over, man. Because I love Bryce Young coming out of Bama. I'm like,
he's become one of my.
He's become one of my favorite guys. We're like, oh, we got everything handed to him. I'm like, did you watch a single Alabama game in 2022? Was he lost his whole offense? His last year at Bama was literally just Jahmyr Gibbs. That was the entire Alabama offense.
Yep.
Downs the Jahmyr Gibbs and run.
And people were confused. How would Jahmyr go round 1? Look at what he was doing.
It was incredible.
Right. Yeah.
It was incredible. So shout out to Bryce Young, man. I'm super happy for him that he got things turned around. And so this is Michael Williams. So 12 is the Cowboys.
Yep. We do not know the Cowboys yet.
I'm thinking character concerns. I'm thinking
I was going to say a Georgia defensive player, but that's already gone off the board.
No, I'd say both the Georgia defenders, the 2 top ones this year, or all 3 really. Very high character guys everywhere.
Okay.
Honestly, okay.
I know Kirby Smart is raved
y'all
about
can hate me on this.
Starks.
What if they go James Pierce? If we want real character concerns.
That would be such a Cowboys
they need an edge.
I mean, there's another edge rusher who has some really big character concerns who I guess didn't have a single top 30 visit.
Who's that?
After dominating the Senior Bowl.
Oh God. Who are you talking about? I can't even think.
Mike Green.
Oh, he didn't have a top 30?
I would have to double check, but I'm pretty sure he did not have a top 30.
That's crazy.
I know some fellas that got some top 30s. But no, honestly,
like that would be like the vintage, the slime ball.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we don't obviously this is all everything that's happened with him is obviously all alleged and stuff.
Yes, of course. So make that very clear. We're not going to actively.
Yeah,
we're not actively hating.
The fact is, though, he did get removed from 2 schools, high school, and then initially the University of Virginia for 2 separate incidents. So that's
correct.
Yeah. That's gonna be a tough one to defend.
Mm-hmm. I will say for this 49ers pick, I mocked Will Johnson, so it's a little sad to see that Will's not going to go there, but it's okay.
You needed an edge rusher next to Nick Bosa, so either one would have worked.
Let's make sure we get that right. Bootstraps Bosa, great year for him so far.
Bootstraps Bosa.
Fantastic year actually for Mr. Bootstraps. If we're being for real.
So Mike Green did get a top 30 with the 49ers.
Really?
Yep.
Adds up.
I just looked at a list.
Adds up.
Oh,
Kelvin Banks got a top 30 with the Niners.
A lot of people. There's like 4 days straight where everybody's like, Kelvin to the Niners or the Bears don't take him.
Kelvin Banks is good, man. If it ends up not panning out, I'll gladly go down with the ship. But I really liked what I saw with him.
Hey, that's what we're here for. We make some educated guesses.
Ryan Mallett, first round arm talent. No.
God damn! I really got to turn off this notification.
Yeah, there we go, Cowboys. There we go.
So, fun fact: the Bears, in their entire history, have taken 3 tight ends in the first round. 1961, Mike Ditka. 2007, Greg Olson. 2025, Colston Loveland.
You're telling me that they selected the guy from Kicking and Screaming? That's crazy.
Wait,
you're telling me the guy who was the assistant coach in Kicking and Screaming played in the NFL? The guy who in every scene had just a Bears sweater on in every scene he was in. You're telling me that guy was drafted by the Chicago Bears?
Never. He was just the coach.
All right. So
I really like
the Cowboys pick. The Cowboys pick is in.
I'm so excited for all the wrong reasons.
It's a name that we haven't said. We said a lot of names, and it's a name we didn't say.
I just heard a cat. Where's
the
cat?
That would be Mr. Jackson over there.
Oh boy. I'm here. Oh, say hi, everyone. This is Galileo.
Hello, Galileo.
Where's your baby boy? What's your problem? What's your problem?
My brother just chilling. But anyways, no. The Cowboys pick, I mean, it's a stretch in my opinion, but it's
Offense or defense?
offense.
Oh my god.
It's offense.
Matthew Bolden, baby.
It's actually.
Oh, okay.
No, it's
Wait,
not.
actually?
I'm kidding.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Watch it actually be him now, though.
No, it's not. It's
I
not.
saw it
Unless
too. It's not.
Unless Ari's lying, then it's not.
I mean, that's just an atrocious defense. It's just not a good defense. It's Osa Odigizua, I almost said Abdul Carter, Micah Parsons, and that's literally it. And then you have the Texas linebacker, who I'm pretty sure is not going to play a single down this year because he got hurt.
Can't remember the name, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Like you might have the most overrated corner room in the history of the NFL.
But headlined by Trevon Diggs.
You have 2 Timu Asante Samuels for the price of 1.
2, not 1. Even better.
Listen, this is
all right.
the
So
glorious group of suckers on the planet.
So we got a little MJ and Bruce sighting, so I'm gonna bring the fellas back in.
They're on the roof.
What's up, boys?
I thought they would be on the roof. They'll be in the Raptors like Sting.
They should be, but they're not.
No, we are.
Oh, look at that handsome coach, Bruce.
Brucey.
No idea. Bruce.
On his own phone. Heck yeah. Hey, I like it, y'all. I like it, y'all.
A pitch from the Dallas Cowboys is actually kind of not bad, surprisingly.
Yeah. Just wanted to give you a little update. This is all we got at the moment, but this is the overflow in the stadium, which is crazy.
How warm is it there right now? I'd love to know.
It's like 40 degrees. I'm freezing.
Oh, it must be nice.
Jeez.
I'm a little chilly.
Jack, did you see the pick?
I did.
I was
Tyler Booker.
Howard Booker to the Cowboys at 12.
I'm stunned. This is a
we'll be back, boys.
All right, peace out, y'all.
See ya.
Look at this. This man's running. This man is.
Oh my God, Mom! I got drafted. Oh my God, Mom! I got drafted.
I would be remiss. I'd be remiss. Tyler Booker. I am 99.9% positive.
I feel like this
is the very first player to be drafted into the NFL that can say he played a football game against Bishop Sycamore.
True. That is.
He was on the IMG Academy team that played Bishop Sycamore.
Definitely was on that team.
He's been interviewed about it. I went out of my way to research this. I saw IMG Academy he went to high school at. I'm like, there's no way
you went out of your way to research it.
That I'll never forget that documentary, that HBO doc, as long as I live. I don't think I've ever seen a bigger sociopath than that coach. Never. This dude was having his players take out PPP loans for like fake businesses. They were I think he put in like fake orders for like rotisserie chickens at like these random grocery stores, and they would like fake it. Like fake that it was him. He would go in and think, oh wow, you guys have a ton of rotisserie chickens. Oh, it'd be a real shame if these went spoiled. How about we take them off your hands for like a third of the price?
It's crazy.
That's actually insane. That is the most insane sports talk I've ever seen by a wide margin. So shout out to IMG Academy for taking that game.
Shout out IMG.
Content.
For real, man.
No,
what a time.
Unreal time. Every day that goes by, I can't believe that happened. Everything with that program happened.
What?
But not a bad pick here, actually, for the Cowboys. I would assume. I don't know a ton about Brian Schottenheimer, but I would assume this is with the intention. I don't know what his run scheme is. I feel like Booker, to me, is more of a gap-oriented run-fit guard. And then Gray Zabel, who I think is almost certainly going to be the pick for the Seahawks at 18. He makes a lot of sense as a zone guard. And if Clint Kubiak is going to assumingly continue to run zone, that would make a ton of sense. I think he's more agile. Booker's more powerful in a in a phone booth phone booth. So again, kind of like he has super long arms. Like he has like 90th percentile arms for a guard, and he is powerful as all hell. So not an expected pick, but I don't hate it actually for the Cowboys. I can't believe I'm saying that.
That's kind of where I'm at. I was
Yeah.
just reading. They were after their visit that they had with him, they were told that he was going to be like this culture setting guy, and that's
they found out he played against Bishop Sycamore. I said we need a guy like that in our locker room.
We need someone who knows what it's like to play against frauds.
Yeah.
I said, hold on, wait a minute.
We're a fraudulent team. We need this guy to point out our flaws.
They also They now have three guys on the offensive line who are first round picks.
Oh yeah, because Smith, Beatis, and now Booker.
Yeah, because I lost Martin. Yeah.
Yep. So
why did I almost say rest in peace? Goodness.
Yeah. You almost said rest.
Almost said rest in peace. That's
well, I mean, they wasted his career, so I mean, you might as well.
God, Andrew Luck of the Cowboys. Tell me otherwise.
I mean, you want to talk about a guy who's going to sleepwalk in the kitten. A guy who played maybe 3 meaningful games of football in his entire career. One of the best guards of the last quarter century. And the best thing he ever did was make all-pro teams, which is a shame because he's an unreal player.
Yeah. Dolphins pick is in. Have not seen word yet of who it's going to be. I would love if it's Tyler Warren, or even I could see like Will Johnson or Jade Barron go here and not be shocked. There's options.
I didn't think corner really made a ton of sense for them, but obviously they seem to look like they're going to be moving on from Ramsey, so
which is what they're pushing for.
Yeah, I think either one of those corners can make a ton of sense here. If not, though, I think this is probably going to be not receiver, tackle, or edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they don't.
You have Jalen Phillips coming off of an Achilles again, which sucks. I think he's awesome. Chubb was a little slow, if I remember right. So you might want to get another guy just in that rotation because Chop Robinson, a guy who I was hand up very wrong on last year, he was tremendous.
Yeah.
But you have 2 guys that aren't exactly blocked at this point. So I don't hate the idea of them getting just another guy in that rotation. I actually think Shamar Stewart would make a ton of sense as a guy you can throw outside and inside at your own leisure.
Yeah, I was gonna say the pick is in officially. But no, I was gonna say
I don't like this.
Shamar Stewart, like in a rotation where he's got like 3 guys ahead of him, that's a perfect time for him to develop because Chubb will age out eventually. And then
Chop Robinson showed now he can start off the edge next year.
We'll see what Jalen Phillips does as he recovers, how well he's going to play. So having it's not going to be.
I love this pick. Actually, I really love this pick. It's defensive. It is defensive.
And it is on the defensive line.
If this is who I think it is, I'm probably going to like.
And we already know 14. And 14 is in.
Shocking.
14's already in. I would say honestly, I want to see him first, then we can kind of talk about him.
Yeah. No,
okay.
I
14 is the most obvious pick in human history.
Correct.
Ooh, okay. Kenneth Grant to the Dolphins. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
I think
14's obvious. Yeah.
This opens up a route now for Arizona to probably go Walter Nolan. Now I would think.
No, he's another one of these character concern guys. But Kenneth Grant, they don't make guys like this often. This is a tremendous.
I know that this man down here.
He's like 340. He's like 6'5". I don't think I've ever seen a guy north of 320 who has ever run anywhere as fast as Kenneth Grant. There's a play, I think it's against Penn State in 2023, where he chases down a running back. I think it was Katron Allen, I believe his name is. And he chases him down. Full speed. I've never seen anything like it. But let me see what I had for him in my notes real quick. I had him. I believe he's my number 22 player.
Mm-hmm. He was on top.
I think it's, again, instant plug-and-play guy. Mm-hmm. The pass rush is a little inconsistent. He dominated Ohio State. I think Kenny would He may or may not tell you all about that, but he had a really good game. Watching the passer,
He might.
I'm twisted behind his back, but yes.
Again, this is an instant plug-and-play guy. He can play multi-tech, multi-front versatility. Not where I expected them to go, but again, this is a pick they probably could have used last year because you lost Wilkins, obviously. That was a huge.
But they went edge last year, and now they're going to the interior, which that's why it's like, especially seeing what Chop Robinson became. He was arguably after Mason Graham, his teammates. He's the best like pure D tackle. So I
believe it was my IDL 2, if I'm not mistaken. Survey says yes.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it.
Yeah, not a bad pick. And then pick 14 already in, which is Tyler Warren, tight end out of Penn State.
They got their guy.
And yeah, I mean, in theory, you're set offensively. In theory, now quarterback, maybe less so. I was a huge Anthony Richardson shooter on the streets. It has not worked out well so far. But outside, I would say maybe now quarterback because you don't know what's going to happen with him moving forward, and then probably right guard.
I feel like they'll take a flyer on somebody day 3.
I would not be shocked if that happens. I wouldn't be shocked too.
I really. Riley Leonard, he feels like he.
No.
Yeah,
Riley,
there it is.
Or I was gonna say maybe they decide let's give Anthony Richardson a kick in the ass. Maybe they take Jackson Dart in the second round.
Take someone who's just like Anthony Richardson and Jaden Milrow. Get the carbon copy clone.
That is that is literally like Anthony Richardson without steroids.
That's the point. We messed up one time. Let's see if we could just reset it. Let's try it again.
We need to find a way to get the guy who's replaced. I think DJ Lagaway, who's in Florida now. We need to find a way to get him into the draft next year, a year early.
Please,
because that kid's awesome. He's awesome. I forget his name. The quarterback at Florida. Then there's the quarterback from South Carolina.
I'll say it's not Graham Mertz. He's I think he's in the draft this year, but even then he wasn't that good.
Yeah, I think he got benched, and then they brought in Lagway, and he was spectacular. He turned around their season. And they started off 0-4. They're talking about firing Napier, and then they ended up around.
They got a lot of quarterbacks. Paul Kessler?
No.
Clay Millen?
Nope.
Aiden Warner?
Nope.
We're just gonna go through the whole 40 game quarterback. The whole roster.
The only other guy maybe was not because the other guys are all freshmen. That's the thing. It's only Mertz and Millen who are the upperclassmen outside of Lagway.
No, at Florida it was Lagway. I'm talking about South Carolina. South
Carolina.
Okay. Misinterpretation 101. Come on now.
I forget his name, but he had. I saw.
Anyways,
evading some of the most insane sack opportunities I've ever seen in my entire life.
Who do we think Who do you think Atlanta's going with at 15? We're halfway.
Lamar Stewart.
I would not like that for obvious reasons.
Mike Green. Still wouldn't like that for obvious reasons, but Mike Green. Matthew Golden.
No, I can't see that.
No, they don't need another receiver.
They don't. But it's just we saw what Atlanta did last year. They didn't need a quarterback, and they took Penix with the 8th overall pick.
I could see Walker here.
Yeah, I forgot he's on the board.
I don't believe I think he'll be bored with the intention of playing him off the edge, but he could definitely play both off the edge and as a pure off-ball backer.
Most definitely.
Oh, what a head of hair on Tyler Warren. This is an incredible man. This is a man you give a handshake to. Very firm. You know you're in good hands.
That's a man you give a handshake to.
It is. That's a tremendous head of hair. But this guy can do a ton. He can line up, out wide as a move tight end, in line, use him as a wildcat quarterback, where he can legit throw and pass, which is kind of crazy. He's not necessarily a great athlete, but I think he's a better tight end than Colson Loveland. So I think the Bears and the Colts made out pretty good here.
Yeah.
No, I think honestly, outside of arguably the top 3 picks, this is one of the best picks of the draft. And Warren to
Oh, we're getting Little League highlights?
Come on now.
We got Little League highlights for Tyler Warren?
Kid's a baller, what you know?
So okay,
When
so
Tank's
here's,
dead center?
let's see.
I just speaking of baseball, I should ask this to you, Jackson.
Yes.
The locust of Dodgers fans is invading.
And here we go.
Leaving Wrigleyville to the tune of "Go Cubs, Go Lose." I think getting
Twice.
swept.
Twice.
That's tough. You know what I mean? That's tough.
Not everyone can have a winning record against the Cubs. Just ask the Diamondbacks, the Padres, and the Dodgers. The Dodgers can beat up on everyone else, but they have a 3-4 record against the Cubs. I'm just saying. People are saying.
Many are saying that. The Falcons are actually on the clock. Like they're not. This pick is not in.
No. What was it? I think
possibly?
Ohtani was like 2 for 20 against the Cubs his entire season.
Listen, I'd rather that than Jock Peterson right now.
Oh my God! He finally got a base hit.
No, I want him to break the record.
No. He almost got tagged out at second, trying to extend it to a double.
He should have been. That's his honor.
But that would have counted as a single anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but he should have been out for not breaking the record.
Sorry, they were playing the Sacramento A's. That wasn't going to happen.
Depressing. That's another.
It looks so weird. I saw some highlights from the Cubs game, and I saw that Jock Peterson play. It's so sad.
Like, do we know what's the max capacity of that stadium?
I think it's 3,000. Like the press conference area was literally like a shed you could buy at.
Oh my God! No, I saw the shed.
Costco.
Just a hilarious organization, and they waited until they left Oakland to actually pay guys above minimum wage salaries. So they got
above slave labor salaries.
So who else did they sign outside of Severino?
Jeffrey Springs, I think, was the other guy.
Trade for Jeffrey Springs. They have Gio Urshela.
Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a minute.
Yep.
Unbelievable. I can't believe the Falcons are still on the clock.
They really are. They just called up Nick Kurtz. Team's kind of sneaky. They still have Seth Brown on their property franchise, but not the point. But
again, at least they're probably playing at least they're not playing a natural second baseman at center field like some teams,
or a natural shortstop in center field.
Listen, it's true.
The Detroit Tigers.
Wait, the Tigers?
Yeah, Javi Baez is playing center.
Hey,
that's the funniest thing I've ever
He made a
heard.
basket catch over his head yesterday.
Yeah, he's playing good out there in center field.
Is he actually?
Yes.
Because they want to give reps to Trey Sweeney. Cole Keith's playing first base. I mean, I don't know what you want. Team's good.
That's actually hilarious.
Team's good though. Alrighty, Falcons. Y'all taking way too long. Are you really going to draft James Spears here or no?
If this isn't an edge rusher,
a lot of people.
Then what are we doing here? What are we doing here? If
it hasn't even been leaked yet. I think there might be a trade.
We're gonna find out. No, This is gonna be the annual. We're gonna find this out from Shams' tweet. I remember he was the first guy who was on Jalen Hurts getting drafted by the Eagles. I definitively remember that. I'm
so weird.
That's like when you see the Ninja Turtles pop up in I don't know, it's like SpongeBob. It's what? You're not supposed to be here.
It's like the near equivalent when he broke that Trump had COVID. What the fuck?
That was crazy. Kevin Weeks has given NHL news out. Oh yeah, I'm at the laundromat. Oh yeah, by the way, Steven Stamkos, 8 years, $64 million with the Nashville Predators.
What the champions of the offseason have done this year. Shout out to the Nashville Predators, the poverty franchise. So poverty that they had to restrict tickets from Illinois whenever they played the Blackhawks in the playoffs.
Crazy, man.
Them and the Wild. And I think the Blues, too.
Yeah.
But Arthur Blank, that is showed Arthur Blank for the first time. He has it on. I gotta call a spade. This dude's a clown for putting himself in his own Ring of Honor, but he has it on right now. You gotta call him how you see.
That is what
how are they still on the clock?
Yeah, I'm not even going to question it.
Shout
This
out
has to be a trade. There's no way
we've
this
only
isn't a trade.
only one Senior Bowl player taken in the first round. I think there was
Membo!
I think there was
Was he
what
at the
5
Senior
or
Bowl?
6 at this point. Yeah,
By 15? Like 2 or 3.
okay. It just feels like a lot
Yeah,
less.
I mean, because it is a lot less so far. But then again, that's what a lot of people said about this year's class. It's like once we get to like the 20s is
Oh,
when
there it is. There it is. They're
What is that?
keeping a
I-
boy
I-
home.
Oh, Jalen Walker.
Yep.
I like you.
I don't hate it.
I
Give,
don't hate it. If we're gonna
give
call
Raheem
a
Morris
spade,
a guy who can throw literally anywhere. Literally anywhere.
if we're gonna call a spade, I don't.
Again, a
hate
guy
it.
who is undersized, but he's a good football player. I don't know what else to tell you. He's a good football player. He can line up in multiple positions. Yes, he's undersized, but he has pass rush production that say Michael Williams doesn't. And he's a pretty solid off-ball linebacker. I think he could probably be a bit better against the run off the ball, but he has the sideline agility, I think, to be a pretty good off-ball pass defender, like right away.
God, they are really selling the Colston Loveland Sam Laporta comparisons. Like Ben Johnson told Colston Loveland that he reminds him of Sam Laporta. Loveland mentioned that Laporta is one of the many tight ends he watches in the NFL.
I would love to. I don't think I heard that compliment for him.
It's a good.
Even
pick.
like the guy from the NFL.com, like the guy Zierlein or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He compared it to Sam Laporta.
Because it's a good pick. Like, I mean,
Oh, it is. It is. I'm just showing like just how many. Oh my god.
you're just trying to. I feel you.
And Caleb Williams has already chatted with them, so that's great.
Hey.
Tremendous.
Like, hey, can you actually catch a ball? Great.
Oh yeah. Did we ever go over the walkout songs for the people in the green room?
I don't
we did
think
not.
so.
But there's
So much Gunna. There is so much Gunna.
so there.
There's like
What?
people. There's like 11
everybody
people
that-
that walked out the Gunna songs.
Whoever comes out to Not Like Us is immediately gonna be like
No
my
one
new
did.
ride or die.
No one did, and honestly,
Are all the
Will-
guys from the green room gone?
No, I will
No.
let you know who's still there. Jihad Campbell, whose
Okay.
walkout song is "Free Promo" by Lil Baby. Matthew Golden, International Players Anthem from Outkast.
love that.
Maxwell Hairston, Him All Along by Gunna.
Love that.
Will Johnson, Toast Up by Gunna. Jalen Milrow, Walk Through by Rich Homie Quan. Malachi Starks, Get Ready by Rod Wave. Shamar Stewart, Forever by some Canadian guy. And that's it.
Damn.
Is Milrow
They're
in the,
not
in
for the
room?
culture.
Is Milrow in the green room or no? Because I know he's there.
Yeah, Milrow's
No.
in the green room. Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
he
that's embarrassing, but
No, Will Campbell, Real Hooper, Ballers fan coming out to Right Above It by Lil Wayne. It also, unfortunately, has a certain Canadian in it, but no, listen, please. Dwayne Johnson, please stop ruining pro wrestling. Please make Ballers Season 6. I'm begging you, please.
thank you.
Oh my god, I love that show.
Ballers are...
Yes, ballers.
Oh. Listen. We need to get Bruce, what we need to do, we need to get Bruce to watch that show. And then start off like the weekly shows. Being like, this is what happened here.
It's such
It's
a
like-
weird. It had such a weird ending, though. Like,
I
he,
thought-
go,
Okay,
he goes from like
oh my God.
like just being an agent to freaking owning the Chiefs and like mandating
Overnight.
like player health insurance.
Yeah, I've never said anything like it. It's like I'm a financial advisor. Oh yeah, I just own the Kansas City Chiefs now. I have to now talk to this player about potentially shooting someone, and I'm gonna lie for him, and then he's gonna end up passing away. Crazy.
And then like he had to try and keeping the Raiders in Oakland.
Insane.
Like, what is going on?
Crazy.
I will
If
never
you-
forget the agent being left in the swamp on that pre-draft visit was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh god, I don't even remember that.
No, that was so that might have been late season 2, like what the linebacker ends up going to the Ravens.
Oh, okay. I think I remember.
I forget his
now.
name, like the character who ends up getting drafted by the Ravens in like the first or second round.
If you were gonna take anyone from that show and put him on the Patriots, like who?
Vernon Littlefield. Vernon Littlefield.
Oh God, I'm struggling to remember.
Tackle who tore his Achilles playing paintball.
Oh, he was the guy who went to the Cowboys, right?
Yep. We're damn, Spence, you mean we can't smoke that hydro? Cut me? Or cut me? What tents did he use?
Oh my God.
That was
his best friend at the party.
Yes. What's his name? Reg?
Yes, Reg.
Yes, no. He grew on me. I hated him at first. Like by the time like season 4 rolled around, I'm like, this is the best character in this entire show.
And I like how they basically had an OBJ replacement for whoever the receiver was.
Ricky Jarrett.
Yep.
You know that's Denzel Washington's kid?
What? No way.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
What movie? He was like a big budget like picture last year. I don't remember which one it was, but he was definitely like the lead.
Oh,
like he's an actual good actor now.
He's an actual good actor now.
No, he's getting like good roles, like
yeah,
leading like secondary roles now. So good for him.
Anyway,
nepotism is actually good when the people are actually good at their jobs. That's one of those cases. He is forever Ricky Jarrett to me, and I couldn't ask for anything more. Shout out to Ricky Jarrett's dad too, wherever he's at.
Oh my God!
Yes, Ricky Jarrett's dad.
Pick is in for the Arizona Cardinals. Who do we think they're taking?
For the longest time, I thought
Will Johnson.
That's clearly not happening now. I could see Will Johnson here. I don't think that's
Pick's in. I like it.
I think I interviewed him.
You did.
I gotta find it now. Hold on.
I distinctly remember one of you talking to him. Also, I think I mocked this correctly. So if that's so, that's also one on my end.
It is. Who we got? Oh wow, it is Walter Nolan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on now. As soon as Kenneth Grant's off the board, I'm like, I got a feeling. Also, I thought they were also leaning to him really heavy this whole time. So that's
not where I would have expected them to go with Kenneth Grant off the board, but it's not a bad pick.
Respectfully, if I was an NFL GM, I'm more comfortable taking Walter Nolan in late first round, but I can see with where the board's at right now with the Cardinals at 16, it's like, all right, probably no one's really interested in the 16th pick. Just go with it.
I saw a thread, I think it was like a week ago, where he was like visibly taking plays off, like in the middle of the game, which is like that. Not in my locker room personally. Maybe in your locker room, Cy. Maybe in your locker room, Jackson. Not my locker room.
Not your locker room. That's fair.
But they have some.
Connor talked to him at the Senior Bowl. It was Connor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
so
they have some decent guys.
Cincinnati goes DB.
Yeah, to me this is
yes.
This is
the most Will Johnson spot if I've ever seen one.
Plot twist: they go Malachi Starks.
They should go Malachi Starks. I don't know why he's still
literally either or is going to be a great pick, and then Seattle's behind, and then Seattle's going to go Josh Simmons or Grace Abel.
I'm throwing my laptop out of my window if Malachi Starks ends up with the Ravens. I promise you.
Nate Wiggins and him in the secondary. Ooh, boy.
Every year it's like, oh yeah, I really like this guy. Eric DeCosta's like, oh, I'm taking this guy. What was Tyler Linderbaum at 22?
Oh, Tyler Linderbaum. Oh.
Speaking of the Ravens, I just comped Nolan to Natabuke on NFL Network.
Ooh, okay.
I have the stream up, but I have it muted because, I want to listen to y'all. But I
had him ranked at number
2 years in a row. The Cardinals pick a defensive lineman in the first round from the Senior Bowl from the SEC.
So Walter Nolan was my final first round graded player at 27th overall. So yeah, if this is not a defensive back for the Bengals, then
I might laugh.
I mean, it has to be.
You would think so.
UDC, you locked up both the receivers.
These next three picks should be either a Will Johnson or Malachi Starks, Grace
Any
Abel,
defensive back, Grace Abel,
Jahan Campbell.
I'm gonna be stunned if Jahad Campbell isn't going to the Bucks.
I would love it.
He is a stud. His brain turns off every time the quarterback pikes the ball, and he says, "I'm just gonna violently hurt you. I'm trying to hospitalize you every time."
Also, on the Jahad Campbell talk, could he go here? Could he go to the Bengals?
I don't see it.
I mocked it because I think there's a possibility, but I do like the more DB routes instead of the linebacker.
But you still have.
You never know.
I know Logan Wilson had it down near last year, if I remember right. And then
sounds right.
Did they release Jermaine Pratt? I don't think they did, but I feel like I remember that for some reason.
Let's check. Let's fact check.
I was thinking if they did, I could see it. If not, I don't really see it. But yeah, 18 Seahawks. That has to be Ray Zabel. 19 to me it has to be John Campbell. There's no way they say, yeah, we're gonna go. We feel really good about having
No, Pratt's still there.
Okay, yeah, so I don't really see them taking him. But yeah, I can't really see the Bucks being like, yeah, we feel really good about like a 37-year-old Avonte David being like a long-term fixture at linebacker.
Yeah.
Like, team legend, he deserves to keep playing as long as he wants to. I think he's earned that right.
Just give him a blank contract and just have him fill in how many years.
Yeah, exactly. Like as long as he wants to play, sure.
Let's let him.
I don't know if you can justify giving him like true like field general 100% of the snaps every game like that.
Oh no,
work. You can't do that in my book.
What was I gonna say?
I will say though, while we're in commercial break, I'm gonna pull up Nate Ness, and I'm gonna still talk to y'all, but I'm not gonna be on screen. So
okay.
Shout out,
hey, our brother has some stuff he needs to get done, so it's either I get off or I do both. So we're gonna do both.
Let's go.
I got y'all, fellas. I'm gonna be walking around and everything.
While we wait for the Bengals to take 7 million years to pick another offensive player,
that's the lightest.
Imagine they go O-line.
Imagine they go Matthew Bolden.
Imagine they go.
That would be very funny, actually.
Sign both our receivers. We did.
Oh, they did go defense.
I'm not by my phone, so I would love to know who they went.
It is the man we've been talking about all night long from the Texas A&M Aggies.
Shamar
Stewart.
What?
That is an interesting pick.
Not a DB?
No.
I don't like that.
That is Trey Hendrickson insurance if I've ever seen it.
I don't like that.
That is Sam Hubbard replacement and Trey Hendrickson insurance.
Oh, yeah, no, that's definitely replacing Sam
But the
Hubbard.
thing is, too, again, he's like 290. Like, if you look at his build, he's more of like a. You could probably envision him being more of an interior guy, but he can obviously still play on the edge, which is horrifying given his stature.
290 pounds.
Right, so you can kick him inside with Chris Jenkins and whoever else whenever you want.
Yeah.
True, they did take. I forget Chris Jenkins there. That's Heike's such a good pick of them last year.
Yeah. So
I think they're playing the worst song ever right now.
Really
yeah, they are. They're playing the worst song that's ever been written, conceived.
Written, conceived. Wow.
Neil Diamond will suffer for his crimes.
What are they singing?
Sweet Caroline.
Oh, wow. A person from the New England area who hates Sweet Caroline?
It's the dumbest song. It's awful.
You are a hater, but that's okay.
I'm bright is what I am. That is the baseball, what Renegade is the football, and I mean that is the meanest insult I could possibly give. I think Renegade is the stupidest thing too.
Honestly, that and Fiend are like two of the most annoying songs.
Whoa.
Sigh.
Yes.
That's a good
He's
segue.
literally just saying Fiend for 5 minutes.
Bro, listen. I had this crazy dream Sunday night. And Sigh, I don't know if you can understand this.
I'm gonna listen.
I heard a guy just say Fiend 150 times in a row.
Okay.
And I saw this dude. Maybe you've heard of him. He's like, I don't know, like 5'10", 150 pounds. His name is Travis Scott, you understand. I saw this man take 5 minutes. 5 fucking minutes to walk down a stage. This dude thought he was the Undertaker, you understand. And in this trip, it takes 5 minutes to stroll down to a ring. And for some reason, John Cena's there, and he brings him up onto like the apron of like this wrestling ring, you understand. Crazy.
Yeah.
And he raises his hand for some reason. And then he affects the outcome of a WrestleMania. I've never seen anything like it.
Don't get me started, dude, because The Rock literally did that BS for Elimination Chamber, knowing he wasn't going to do anything else. You know, don't get me started.
And he buried Triple H on Pat McAfee.
Yeah, now Matt McAfee's not going to be on my TV anymore. Like, come on now.
He could not have buried Triple H in his inner circle harder on the McAfee appearance. It's not even going to be started on WrestleMania. We'll be here for 2 more hours.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. If I ever hear Fiend again, I'm crashing out.
Thank you.
The worst song I've ever heard.
Thank you.
I was live tweeting when that was going on, and I went from, oh, there's no way they're doing this, to, oh, Cody took the crosses of Travis Scott. I'm so happy. And then afterwards, it was just like, man.
Cody Rhodes needed 20 seconds to hit a crossroads on Travis Scott.
WWE champion for over a year, guys, by the way, and that's how he went out.
Unbelievable.
Someone says with the 16th pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Robert Kindici from Ole Miss.
No, that's me. No, it's bullying. No, Kenneth Grant, fight back.
Shout out to part-time Jaguars GM Big Game Bengal.
That is disgusting. What I just heard.
Oh my god.
That's one way to put it.
No, it wasn't. For some reason I was thinking of the guy who got drafted by the Falcons. I think that same draft brought like the portrait of his grandmother.
Oh, was Tack McKinley.
Yeah, he was like swearing, and then Deion Sanders had like, "Hey, buddy, we're on live national TV right now, so if we can like take it down like 20 notches, that'd be awesome."
Oh my
like we're gonna get fined like $3 million by the FCC, and that's coming out of my paycheck now because I'm interviewing you. Please tone it down.
Oh my god.
That's really a great way to put it.
See how Jamar Stewart's used in
everybody was everybody and their mom was like, Packers, future Packer, gonna be a Packer.
The RAS score. Brian Gutekunst, by the way, coming out being like, yeah, we don't use RAS. Like, we just don't use RAS. We use our own system that probably is just RAS, just like maybe with a couple of like intricacies into it. But yeah, we don't use RAS. Don't put it in your papers that we, the Green Bay Packers, use the relative athletic scoring system. Please do not put that in your papers or your columns or your newsletters. Please don't do that. That would upset us greatly, which is insane because you literally admitted in that sentence that you do use it, just different. It's like the difference between
they probably have like a code name for it. It's you just can't tell me that. Oh, like
yeah, it's RASP, relative athletic score Packers version.
Go Pack,
go athlete, go.
That's right.
Oh my god. Ooh, that reminds me of something. I should check in with someone.
Where's MJ? I had to talk to MJ about the Packers real quick, because this is what they did this offseason was so dishonorable, so shameless. What they did this offseason. I don't think we ever talked about it on this show once.
So shameless.
Shameless. No honor, no shame. Shame used to exist.
We're still 6 picks away from the Packers, and it is 9:00.
Like, imagine being the team being like, we want to ban the tush push.
Imagine.
Oh,
we can't beat this team. Please get rid of this one play because we can't stop them on first, second, or third down. Please get rid of this play.
Here it is. It's finally in, and the most obvious pick for the Seattle Seahawks is in. Gray's able.
Bang!
I mean, you want to talk? This is the best player the team fit this entire draft.
Senior Bowl number 4 off the board.
He's somebody who I had the opportunity to talk to, and I missed it. Kind of mad about it.
Yeah, so I'd imagine
everyone was swarming him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small school kid who absolutely dominated, played like 5 different spots. I'd imagine it'd be a popular interview.
Man, I can't wait for the Steelers pick, guys. That's gonna make me so happy when they draft the quarterback and it's not Shedeur Sanders.
I feel like you have to. You have to draft the quarterback if you're Pittsburgh.
And honestly, for the memes, I would love for that to happen.
Hey,
Simply for the fact that Aaron Rodgers will be
like
like,
QB camp with Jackson Dart last night. I
What?
sure did.
I don't
And
wanna-
I'm kind of sold on him.
I'm not at a point in my life where I have to teach another guy to play quarterback, man. Pat, you see what they're doing to me, man? It's crazy. That's about as good of an Aaron Rodgers impression as you're getting out of me.
I would take
money.
Money. You live in 9/11? No.
You should really look into that, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan, check out these books I got.
There's a M and a K in the title. What?
Yeah, you ever read this thing? It's called what is it? MK Ultra. I don't know about this.
Oh, there's a different one I was thinking of.
I don't know about this, man. You should check this out, man.
This crazy German book.
Yeah. Oh God. I wasn't even thinking that. That is
wow.
Wow.
There's no way y'all just did that without actually realizing what you were doing.
Oh, I knew exactly what I was
I
doing.
immediately thought MK Ultra.
Nope.
That went in a completely different direction, but anyway, Gray Zabel, Seattle Seahawks.
Apparently, they did have trade options to move down in the draft, but opted to stick with Zabel.
I think you probably could have traded down like at max 5 spots and still probably have gotten him, but if you just didn't want to risk it, I can't say I blame you.
Did the Steelers get rid of James Daniels? Am I remembering that correctly?
They lost Dan Moore, who got paid.
Oh, that's right.
One of the worst contracts in sports history.
So,
I say
okay.
By the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah,
and like that loss is like nothing for them because you have Broderick Jones and then Troy Belton.
No, I was just asking because if they lost Daniels, if they traded down 5 spots, the Steelers probably would have scooped him up.
I believe they still have him. I could be wrong.
Let me double check. Let me check out on my old friend James Daniels.
Yeah, I've been checked the depth chart in like a week, and it feels really good.
Great, that's a great thing. That's
Guys,
fantastic.
Yep,
Yeah,
he's with the Miami Dolphins now.
Oh, very much not the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, it's like multiple states away. What an
Buck's actually still on the clock here. Okay.
Wow, the Dolphins have 2 former Bears offensive linemen in James Daniels and Larry Borum.
I think the Bucks could probably trade down here and still get Jihad Campbell if they really wanted to.
Yeah, because do you think Denver reaches on Amari and Hampton?
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna see where I have Amari and Hampton ranked because I do like him a lot, but he doesn't really have a ton
he can go. But no, Will Johnson's here. Just take
He's my number 36
But
ranked player. I have an early second on him. I would not call that horrendous reach. If they
does Denver even need another corner?
No.
Corner, no.
Yeah.
Sertain or Riley Moss are golden back there. Thank you very much.
I wouldn't hate them. Actually, I would not hate them going Jihad Campbell because you have Dre Greenlaw, who I love, but he's not exactly a sure thing anymore. I feel like I think his deal.
That's also why he only got
the way they structured his deal. I think they have an out essentially after this first year.
They do.
So maybe you draft Campbell and say, okay, we're going to go in the year. He's our number 3, but obviously he's an excellent insurance policy, and we can obviously essentially decide if we want to have Greenlaw for that second year or not.
Yeah.
But no, this makes so much sense. This is like a Jihad Campbell. And then what Denver does, I wouldn't be shocked if Denver tries to trade out.
Yeah.
They've been talking about trading out like all day, so I would have.
Maybe
they've either talking about trading back or they want to trade from to the top 10. There's been no between.
Maybe the Giants trade up and get Shadur with the trade with the Broncos. Honestly, if you're trading up for a quarterback from the bottom from the second round, you're getting Shadur.
Yeah.
All right, so the Buccaneers did pick. They did not trade.
Yes. We have not heard who they picked yet, so we're just waiting on that.
Shout out to 237 people in here. Shout out to you guys.
We got big news out of the Will Campbell front. He's claiming that he put Mike Vrabel on his ass, and I quote, during his visit last week.
And that sealed the pick.
Actually,
no, honestly, that probably did seal the pick.
No, yeah, Vrabel said after they visited him last Saturday, and I think Vrabel straight up said, "Yeah, that's what we knew."
Honestly,
but also
Vrabel way to decide a draft pick, and I'm so okay with it.
You have to beat me in an Oklahoma drill, and we will draft you. You do that, you will be
Put me on my ass, and you will be a New England Patriot. Oh,
I don't like that reaction.
Okay, it's an offensive player. Nobody was.
Don't say a word. This one's an unexpected one. Don't say a word. I don't like this.
That is.
I don't like this. I know.
Who's out?
This is not a need. This was not a need. You did not.
Who's out of that room?
5 picks later that needed this more.
I don't get this pick at all. I love the player. I don't get this pick.
I don't like this.
I thought we can say we all know who it is. It's Emeka Egbuka.
It is.
Wide receiver for Ohio State.
I don't like it.
I love it. Mike Evans is getting older. Chris Godwin has been injured the last couple of years. You're gonna need someone.
Oh my God! I got Gilly the Kid at Shedeur Sanders' party. I can reckon. There's only one man with that head.
I love how
that's what big hat. I saw the big hat. I'm like, there can only be one man. That's only one man. Got the Gilly the Kid, Philadelphia icon. And I don't get this pick at all.
I don't get it. This is what I want. This pick is what I want Texas to do. I wanted the Texans to take Emeka, reunite him with CJ. That's what I wanted. That's what that team kind of needed, especially with Days leaving.
Because this to me, this reads like this is the Godwin replacement. But why would you resign him? Why wouldn't you just let?
Why did you resign Godwin if you knew this was what you were going to do?
Yeah. Why?
But also leaving Luther Burden on the board and taking Emeka instead. To me, is a little just interesting.
To me, I really liked Luther Burden at the beginning of the cycle. To me,
this could be like next year, kind of the thing with the Seahawks did with JSN, where
this is a guy who can help you win right now. I don't get this.
Mm-hmm. He's old,
but that's going to be a 3-headed monster.
He's an old prospect.
Jalen McMillan, I think is a great third option.
Yeah, McMillan showed that McMillan can either he can play outside or you can slide him into that slot, and McMillan was great. McMillan did exactly what he needed to do. It's just you don't need this.
I don't know. I like it. I'm okay with this.
Again, this is an awesome receiver. Again, he was fighting for targets every single year he was at Ohio State, and he still had productive years all 4 years he was there.
I know who Denver can go.
You gotta think of the guys.
I think now this leaves Luther Burden or Matthew Golden for Denver. I would think.
This dude had to fight with targets with JSN. I think Garrett Wilson was there, still his first year. JSN, Marvin Harrison Jr. This year Jeremiah Smith, who I fully contend if he was allowed to be put in the draft, he'd be a top 5 pick.
Yeah, he'll be in the draft next year though. Hopefully.
No, he's 2 years old. This is only his freshman year,
right?
Which is horrifying to think about because he was legitimately a top 5 receiver in the nation. Same thing with Ryan Williams.
Megan Ibuka won MLB pinch hit and run competition in 2011. Hell yeah, more baseball highlights.
That's what I'm talking about.
Played wide receiver and cornerback in high school. Okay, so you're just Travis Hunter 2.0. Gotcha.
I would love to know if this means they're trading someone.
Who though?
It would have to be Mike Evans, right? But I don't get why you would trade Mike Evans, who's a team legend. He's the perfect X receiver. And then that would leave you without a big body in your top 3. And I don't know if you have a true dominant outside boundary X receiver at that point. I don't get that.
You don't. All right, so now we got the Denver Broncos on the board.
I guess
could easily be a receiver. Maybe the end. Maybe.
All right, no, timeout. The Denver Broncos. Denver, Mile High, West Coast city. We understand this, right?
We do.
Do you hear the song they are playing right now as they're on the clock?
No,
I don't because I have it muted.
Country Roads.
Great.
Very much not Denver. Very much not a mile high. I promise.
Not fitting the build.
To the place I belong.
Like even like the Washington Capitals had that as a goal song one year. Like that felt like
Really?
I want to say it was 2022.
They did.
The St. Louis Blues. That was like the rally song.
That was like 3 years too late. Because that was like a meme in like 2018, 2019.
Yeah, it's all 76.
What a travesty of a game.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of rebounded it, which is kind of scary to think about because that game was an awful place at the start. But
honestly,
they got to do a decent place. So shout out to Bethesda. And be sure to get Doom Eternal May 14th, available day one Xbox Game Pass.
Well, not Doom Eternal, Doom the Dark Ages.
Doom the Dark Ages, yes, Game of the Year.
What an ad read!
Hit Studios up. Please give me royalties. Please, I beg.
Damn ad read.
Please, I will.
Man, not hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored. And we have
to be sponsored by Bethesda.
We should.
It should be sponsored by a lot of
rare positive moment for EA for what they did with Battlefront 2 after that horrible beginning.
Let's talk about it.
Denver's still on the clock here, so I don't know. I don't know if do we actually get to a point now where like teams took so long that
I feel like Denver's on right now. They're like, okay, no one wants to move. What are we doing?
Oh,
we had the singular trade.
Okay, I know he is technically not there for us, but let's just give a quick shout out to our boy Alec Couturier, who is on the field at Lambeau. He just posted a clip of his interview with Shamar Stewart after getting drafted by the Bengals.
He was red carpet bro.
Grinder.
Took a bunch of flicks. Yeah, you got a lot of
Whitewater wins again.
One of my favorite people here at TDT. So I just wanted to give him a quick shout out since I just saw it pop up.
Awesome. He killed it down the Senior Bowl too.
Oh my god!
And then he was down at the combine in Indy. I'm pretty sure just on his own.
Yep.
Yeah, kids are grinding.
Yeah.
Kid did it solo. It's
grinder and top tier bean dipper.
Oh boy! Don't get me started.
On the clock. Is there any chance this pick gets traded?
Maybe. Again, if the Giants want Shadur, now's the time.
I feel like that's who they're calling. I mean, it makes sense.
I would also love this. I'm dying to see the reaction.
No trade in front of the Steelers. Broncos staying put at 20.
Yep, I just saw Garofalo. Yep. Right. I'm excited to see the reaction of all the. Imagine if the Packers fans boo the pick if it's not an offensive skill guy.
Imagine.
The 1 year it's the draft's in Green Bay, everyone's thinking, "Oh, Matt Golden's available. We're gonna be able to get a pass catcher."
And they just go psych.
Like, yeah, no, we're going with.
I think this is how its Rocket could go first round. I know that the Packers have had some interest in him.
Jeff Hafley's their DC. Jeff Hafley coached him. You recruited him to DC.
This makes now a lot of.
It is not a running back for the Broncos.
Yeah, Taysom Hill.
Not a running back for the Broncos.
As I said.
Not a quarterback, not a tight end, not a special teams player.
He's a charity case.
You didn't say wide receiver. I'm not phone guy, so I don't know what happened.
It's a defensive pick.
Oh, Jade Campbell? There's options.
Oh my god, I just saw it.
You gonna fall to your knees? Is it that bad?
Wow. Oh, okay, no, thank God. Okay, I thought it was Mike Green. It's not Mike Green.
No, not
That's
Mike
why I had
Green.
that physical. Like, first of all, that doesn't even make sense because they have a good pass rush rotation too.
Yeah.
Hasn't really beaten the allegations yet. This is an interesting pick based on people who are still available at this position. But I don't hate it. If you can line this guy up anywhere. And I guess I'll say it. It's Jahdae Barron, cornerback.
What the fuck?
Ooh, I like that. That's
not a bad pick. You can line him up in the box. You can line him up in the slot out wide. I think he played. I think like an 80 to 20% of his snaps out wide this year. But historically, he is more of a kind of that slot back, slot defender. I think he has an actual run at safety. Very fun player.
Big gadget guy.
Oh my God! Everyone's favorite sports person, Nick Adams,
Oh boy.
mocked Shadur Sanders to the Philadelphia Eagles, and this is what he had to say.
All this for attention, bro.
Despite their triumph in the Super Bowl, Eagles offense looked lethargic at times with Jalen Hurts at quarterback. The defense, led by civil rights icon Cooper DeJean, carried Hurts and the offense to an epic victory over.
Thank you. Let's talk about it. Civil rights.
I know.
You heard it here first.
Oh,
hero
said,
is what we also.
I'm gonna blatantly just try to engage him, bait. Blatantly.
And he blatantly.
it wasn't his post. Someone else posted like the screenshot of the article. So it's not engagement for him.
Guess who they just copped Janae Barron to on the NFL Network feed.
Jair Alexander.
Cooper DeJean.
Woo, baby! I like that.
Yeah, I like this pick. You put him in a secondary where he isn't obviously the focal point. I think he's definitely more of a inside kind of a freelancer. I don't think he's a boundary guy necessarily. And you now throw him in the quarterback room where we have Riley Moss and checks notes Pat Surtain.
The OG Cooper DeJean, by the way, y'all. Just so we remember, because I need to respect. He's from the University of Iowa. Thank you very much.
I don't know if it's what I would have done necessarily, but I think it's a good pick.
I like it.
If you want to see a Cowboys fan like crumble to their knees,
buddy,
look up the video of Micah Parsons on the Bleacher Report stream when they took Tyler Booker.
What, did he not like it?
No, he just kind of sat there for a hot second, and with this like
that's the man who knows. Wait, actually, why is he mad? That makes him more valuable. He's not thinking long term. He's not thinking long term. I don't like that.
He's not thinking long term.
Do you want $45 million from an owner who's decrepit or not? Do you want money?
Yes, actually. If I'm Micah Parsons, I'm chasing a bag and a bag only.
Yeah. I'm clapping this pick up, buddy. Like again, you're one of like two good defenders on that entire team. We're thinking smarter, not harder. We're driving up our contract value now because they didn't go with another defender.
Did you see Kelvin Banks' baby?
I did not. But I'm interested.
While he's on screen getting the call, the baby throws up.
Oh no!
Not on him. Thank
God.
It was, I think, his wife or his girlfriend. It was in her lap, and he just puked on himself.
Oh, you've got an excitement. Gotta love it.
Oh my God!
Did it happen?
No Shadur to Pittsburgh.
Oh, this is about to be so funny, isn't it?
Is it Jackson Darts?
No, it is not a quarterback. It is the complete opposite when you think of the quarterback.
No, it's not a baby. No.
Going from the West Coast to the East Coast. His name is Derek Harmon, the defensive tackle out of Oregon.
I think I remember hearing they were interested in him.
Yes.
That doesn't really just surprise me. I just feel like
Cam Hayward replacement. Come on down.
Yeah.
Man,
I don't hate it. He was mom.
Speaking of guys whose careers have been wasted. That guy.
Yeah, having to suffer through 40-year-old Ben Roethlisberger and then have to suffer through washed Russell Wilson and washed Aaron Rodgers is going to be horrible for him.
Yeah, another guy who's played 0 meaningful football games in his entire life.
Outside of getting ass blasted by
0.
the Jaguars.
And the Patriots. But,
yep.
And let's not bring up the past, even though, again, may never beat
the allegations.
Pittsburgh was split on Shadur Sanders and chose stud D tackle.
That's not the first time that I've heard this offseason about them being split. Because I think I remember reading someone in Pittsburgh who was like, Mike Tomlin did not want to keep Justin Fields, but apparently there were people in the front office who did.
Mm-hmm.
And so they ended up just going with Tomlin, which is interesting. But so yeah, go with the coach who's won 3 playoff games in the last 20 years. That's a great way to go about it.
That's a great way to go about it. What are you all talking about?
I got Derek Hardman, excellent pass rushing interior guy. I don't know what his ceiling is as a year one player, but I got a guy you can put in a rotation. He can be impactful, and he's not going to obviously have to worry about getting extra attention because, again, he's on a line with Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith.
We got to talk about this. How the hell is Will Johnson still on the board?
I can tell you why, because he did not have a good – I think in his pro day did not have a good 40-yard dash time.
Now on the Pittsburgh Steelers, but Shedeur Sanders still out there. We know he had a good visit.
And I would love – I want to lower down my laptop. But there's some teams coming up that I think would be very happy about getting Will Johnson. And I see one – I believe they're picking 30 that would kill for him to drop another 9 spots in the Buffalo. Yeah, one of the sneakier pickups of this offseason, not a player. They picked up ex-Patriots cornerbacks coach Mike Pellegrino, who's coached J.C. Jackson, Stephon Gilmore, Gonzalez. Like every good defensive back they've had over the last 5 years, essentially, and they scooped him up. And Will Johnson, again, from a physical standpoint, is like 6'1", low 200s, kind of a similar build to like Christian Gonzalez, and he has really good movement skills. I could see them feeling pretty good about themselves if they get up the ball, another 8 spots.
What do you think the Chargers are going to do?
This is edge rusher or receiver.
Matthew Golden?
Yeah.
I think I had Matthew Golden going here in my 3.0 mock, so I would not be overtly shocked.
Maybe Will Johnson go to Minnesota? Do they need a corner?
Yeah, they need secondary help. I think Minnesota is one of the teams I definitely think should explore any avenue to trade down, but
they're good. They should go Malachi Starks. I just remembered he's still on the board.
I originally had Kenneth Grant mocked the Chargers. So I thought he was going to fall a little bit more, but I definitely can see a DB here.
Now here's the bigger
question.
question:
commercial like 5 times in the last hour.
Do the Bills trade with the Chiefs again?
It'd be very funny. It'd be very funny. I can't lie to you. It would be very
asking
funny.
the big questions.
Could they? Yes. Will they?
I love the irony that Xavier Worthy was like the best chief of that Super Bowl by like a mile, like the widest possible margin. He was the best Kansas City Chiefs. The only guy playing 100% the entire way through. Insane. Like he ended up like 100+ yards, and no one will ever remember it except for Chiefs fans. No one.
The touchdown, like the deep touchdown he got at like the very end of the game when the game's already over.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Except if you had the over, which I'm pretty sure was like dead at halftime.
Yes. Correct.
So we got Chargers.
No.
Who's 23? The Packers are 23, right?
Packers are 23. We're finally coming up on them.
I want to see.
They'll go Will Johnson. They're going to go Will Johnson.
Oh, people will fall to their knees in the crowd if they pass on Matthew Golden.
All 50 or 60,000 of them in the stadium.
It'd be like the Hornets. Remember the Hornets mascot when they drafted? I think it was Brandon Miller a few years ago. Like he was just looking up, with hands up, and he's just like,
they'll go full Knicks fan when they drafted Porzingis. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is Tingus Pingus?
He rolled up at the AEW show was that last week, and he got like the biggest pop of the night, which was crazy.
It's great.
Everyone knew it was him. Like you literally can't miss him.
Porzingis has seen that video. He's seen the Tingus Pingus.
Of course he has. That was the most overnight sports meme I've ever seen. It was that, and like this guy doesn't have his own like green card. Like, get out of here! Who is this kid? Like leaning in for an interview, happiest moment of his life. And Michael Rappaport of all people is just like, I'm gonna try to ruin this kid's life. And he actually ended up being pretty good. Shocker. And then Phil Jackson ran him out of town.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he was fired. He was fired, and then he got out after the fact.
No, definitely gonna be interesting with Packers too. I definitely think Will Johnson has to be in play. but we'll see.
It'd be the funniest thing that the Packers go with the pass catcher, and then it's like, oh yeah, we intentionally waited for this moment. We knew that at this time, when the draft's in our backyard, we're going to do the right thing finally. We intentionally held off. Which is a complete lie, by the way. A complete lie. They could have done this at any point during the Aaron Rodgers run. They could have done it at any point in the last few years.
No, they're waiting.
They are wrapping up the call in LA. But that's a trade call or
took you long enough.
I agree. Let's hurry it up here. Watch. Jim Harbaugh's dad has like a bedtime of like 8 o'clock. Come on, let's hurry it up here. That poor man wants to go to sleep. Come on.
He needs to press his khakis for tomorrow.
That's right.
All right. Anything yet?
I have not seen anything yet.
Neither have I.
Come on.
Yeah, to me, this is like who's still available for edge rushers. We got James Pierce,
Mike Green.
Mike Green. I flat out didn't have him on my big board. So my best available edge rushers are Pierce, Ezeraku, and then it's a big drop.
Jihad Campbell. Oh, wait, that's linebacker. Never mind.
Yeah, he's a pure linebacker.
Rezaku, Jordan Burts, Femi.
Oh, the kid from Olufemi.
Olufemi, my boy.
He's 51 on my board.
I was just looking at the top edges, but yeah, the ESPN does have James Pierce as the top edge available.
He's my number 19. Where is he on there? I'd love to know.
Overall, he is 16th.
Okay, that's about too far off, actually. They're still on the clock, bro. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Will Johnson, Maxwell Hairston, Hampton,
another guy's
Golden.
He's going to be a Lion. That's at least my ones for the Lions. I want
Eamon Morey from the South Carolina. Connerly from Oregon.
I would expect him to be a kid. Actually, they wouldn't take him, but they got the kid from Stanford. And yeah, I was about to say the Chiefs, but no.
Who did the Chiefs get?
I think it was the backup tackle that they signed, took a huge deal. I don't remember his name.
Oh.
But he was definitely not a starter.
Okay. And then to round out the top 20 available, Trey Amos, Jaden Higgins, and Jackson Dart.
I can see Trey Amos being a Packer here, actually.
I think he had some meetings with the Packers at the Senior Bowl. I think Alex put something out about that.
There's some Packer fans that I know who have mentioned him.
Yeah, no, the Packers have had talks.
I feel like this would be a reach though with Will Johnson on the board.
Pick, for the love of God.
Not for real.
Where's Bolthead? The dude who went. I'll never forget him going to the actual Hall of Fame and doing like the stare like the junior Seau bust and just like saluting. That was a Hall of Famer in that moment. Come on. Like, did Goodell like trip? Like, did he get held up for money in the hallway? Like, what happened here?
No, for real.
Like, time is money. Let's go.
Ooh, it's NBA news. Jimmy Butler has been diagnosed with a deep glute muscle contusion, and his status in Game 3 is in jeopardy.
Oh, Jimmy.
Damn, it's crazy. All Draymond Green's fault. Crazy.
Yeah, and I saw people trying to bring Amin Thompson saying he's a dirty player. Like, dog, his feet got cut up with Draymond Green. Chill out.
But the actual dirtiest player in the entire league.
Bro, there's literally a picture of him. Just
legitimately the dirtiest player, the biggest narcissist athlete of all time.
So glad he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year. Ethical hooper Evan Mobley.
Shout out Evan Mobley. And his dad is a coach at SMU, and that's so awesome for me to see.
I don't think I'll ever get over the whole him and Cat thing. That was the craziest, most like sociopathic stuff I've ever seen with Draymond and Cat. Like, that was insane. Like, man, like, he doesn't really want it. It's like, was it like his girlfriend?
What?
Past?
Of course, that's actually. That's.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yep.
Jim Harbaugh's a terrorist.
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh will pay for his crimes.
Oh, I'm scrambling.
No, go to Ari. Go to Ari. Ari just
Chills, brother. You kidding me?
Jim Harbaugh said, "I will take my guy."
Run the goddamn football, baby. That's
You
what I'm
have
talking
Gus
about.
Edwards and J.K. Dobbins.
Listen, this is what you do. You draft the running back.
No.
Then
wrong.
you don't pay the running back.
No. You could have gotten Judkins. Get Judkins or Henderson. You do not need Hampton.
Well,
this is
go Pack Go, baby.
This guy is
next.
a tank.
Go Pack Go is up next.
Please, if I hope Goodell like tries to like play up that it's a receiver. It's like actually no, it's a defender.
No, it's not you.
Like that would be the funniest thing ever. If he's like, oh, wide receiver. Oh no, it says edge rusher. Forget it. Sorry. Like intentionally. God damn. There's these like giant cheese heads being thrown at him from afar.
Kenny, worst pick ever, reacting to Loveland to the Bears.
Oh my god. Oh, stop it. How many days has it been since Ohio State's beat Michigan? Someone remind me.
Hot minute.
Listen, Ohio State can't even get out of the Sweet 16 and the Frozen Four. We're not going to talk about the finals of the Frozen Four, but everything before that, I am open to discussion on. But yeah, we can't even make it out of the round of 16, the Frozen Four. We're talking about Michigan, bro. Come on, embarrassing.
All right, Packers on the board. DB or wide receiver?
Please. I hope they like start putting up like the graphic, like they have like a typewriter graphic where you can like see like you know.
I would love to see Luther.
Ooh, Packers are taking trade calls.
Oh my god, yes, that's even better.
Oh, that's actually
vintage.
The first round.
Similar to the Chargers at 22. Yeah, the Chargers are probably asking for a King's ransom.
Will Johnson or Matthew Gordon. I'm running down Lombardi pant list. Thank you, Eli.
Where is MJ Hurley and why is he not in this call right now? Embarrassing.
They'll join back when they want to.
Yeah, I need Bruce in here, like laughing at Packers.
Man, Najee Harris and Amari Hampton. What a duo.
I need him like laughing in like a kid Packers fan's face, like crying because it's not a receiver. That'd be incredible. I need that. We call that content, brother.
I hate that Amari and Hampton is a Charger. They didn't need him.
Listen.
Yeah, you would think the Bears would have traded up for him, but nah.
That's probably what they were trying to do, but they probably wanted like both seconds and like a next year's second, bullshit like that.
Y'all got 2 second round.
If you want to be Ohio State guys, I feel really good about that.
Yeah, me too. It's just like,
but also I'm not gonna lie, I can really see the Steelers now trying to trade for one of y'all's second round picks because they don't have one, and I know that they're still in on a QB, i.e. Dart, Goro,
banking your entire offseason on Aaron Rodgers, who has not
41.
played. Aaron Rodgers, the last time he had a good drive, let alone game, was in the stadium they're now showing in the background.
Yeah,
here's January
a good drive, let alone
the last time Aaron Rodgers had a good drive. Justin Fields was the quarterback for the Bears.
It was the playoff game against San Fran that ended in the snow game. They had the Talano who flung up
where Rolling Meadows' own Jimmy Garoppolo and former Bears kicker Robbie Gould kicked him out the playoffs.
Yep. Yeah, it was the opening drive
Jimmy Garoppolo.
They went down the field in like
Eastern
6 plays. And like, oh, this game's over. And then they blew it. Aaron Rodgers has not been the same ever since that drive.
Had it on, you blew it.
Listen, we got to work the trades. We got to disappoint 100,000 people. We got to have the maximum amount of
trade traffic and they trade with. I heard just stay in the first round.
Ooh, Michigan corner Will Johnson has a knee issue that has concerned some NFL teams and helps explain why he still hasn't been selected.
Yeah. All right, that would make a lot more sense. I'm like, there's no way the fourth time.
That plus not a good 40.
Like it's not like a bad 40, but like it's just not like 90th percentile, which like a lot of people were expecting.
Yeah.
Like he has great ball skills. He's super fluid. He has like the ideal size for a number 1 boundary corner. But yeah, I could definitely see like a knee issue being the reason why he's still here.
But then again, like if we get to the late first round and like when the Bills come up, if he's still there, you know they're gonna jump on them. They'll be like, all right, let's work this out. Like
I hope they make the trade when the clock goes down to 1 second. That would be the funniest possible outcome here. Like, oh yeah, the Packers have traded.
Eagles have discussing moving up with the Packers.
There we go. I was yeah, Packers have traded the 23rd pick. They're now not picking in this draft. They traded every pick they have in this draft for Myles Garrett. Record low attendance on day 2 and day 3. All the Packers fans like, fuck this, I'm out. You know what I mean? I can watch this at home. Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
Exactly. All righty, go
It's
Pack.
so
Go.
packed. That's it from 2 hours ago. Never mind.
So if the Eagles are moving up, who would it be for? Because my immediate thought is defensive tackle, but the 2 guys that would have made sense are both gone, Harmon and then Walter Nolan. Well, I think the Packers made the pick because they're showing handshakes and fist bumps.
I don't know. We haven't seen anything that they've traded or not traded.
I would be floored if this is not Donovan Ezeraku. Stunned if this is not him. Yeah, kind of undersized, but he has great bend. He's good against the run. Oh, the pick is in.
I'm not seeing anything leaked yet.
I think I just saw Rich Eisen say the pick is. Yep, I think they show the graphic.
That doesn't.
German Packer. I don't know if I like that, sir. I don't know if I like that cheesehead.
Oh my God!
Wow!
They finally did it.
They actually did.
The streak is over.
The streak is over.
Nice.
All right, so what you're telling me is we're about to see like the scene where like we have a bunch of like
Aaron Rodgers is seething.
Good. I hope he is. He dies crazy. Imagine being one of these schmucks and actually believing he's the greatest quarterback ever, man. That's crazy. That couldn't be me. We're about to see like metric tons of beer.
But wait. I thought the Packers had like 5 number 2 receivers. Why do they need another one?
I know. That's what I'm talking about.
Make it 6, baby.
That's what I was been told. That is what I've been told.
So just so I'm clear, this is Golden, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
They have to wear a yellow jersey while he's on the team at some point. It just has to happen.
My only real drawback with Golden is that his yards per route run against, I believe it's press man, is not great at all. But what Matt Golden can give you, great route runner, natural separator. He performed masterfully in like the biggest games of the season for Texas. I think he got hurt in the Ohio State game, which is why I think he only had like 2 or 3 catches for like 54 yards. But he was incredible against Georgia in the SEC championship game. He was great against Murphy, the old CEO.
Sounds right. Also, I don't know if y'all saw, but they have Membu for the Jets slotted as the right tackle, not left.
He's 100. Yeah, they have Fashano.
Yeah.
That's going to be a young, fun offensive line, I hope.
I'm
for them.
dying to hear this reaction. There's about to be like couples crying together.
There's going to be tears. There's going to be a lot of.
Aaron Rodgers is somewhere right now fuming, I tell you.
You motherfucker didn't get me a wide receiver. You get this Jordan Love wide receiver. Blah, 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 blah.
He's over there in Zimbabwe, fucking. In his
like
Zimbabwe.
He's over there in Zimbabwe in his hut.
Like the English national team scored. That's to be the scene here.
Applesauce, hood over his head.
It's coming home. Nice, Sai. Nice.
Thank you.
What was I gonna? God, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Come on, Marky boy. Let's Marky Mark and the Funky Blunts. Let's move it here. We're burning moonlight. We're not even burning sunlight anymore.
Nah, we are moving moonlight now.
We're getting into close to 10 o'clock Central Time, my friends.
This is
We are.
uncanny. Let's move it.
Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. Most important question of...
Stop asking questions, bro. Make the pick.
God damn.
Not you,
Hey,
him.
I was like, what is that fucking me for? Most important question tonight. Are we getting the pick? Okay.
Man, counting rings that don't actually.
I have to hear. I actually have to hear this one.
For the first time since 2002, draft a wide receiver.
Road Warrior pop for Matthew Golden. His life. He won a Super Bowl.
Oh my god.
Look at the fucking.
Oh my god.
Look at the fucking crowd. Oh, you want to talk about a man who has it on, brother?
Mr. Put It On.
Matthew Golden wasn't even born the last time the Packers took a wide receiver in the first round.
It makes it even better.
That was a late 80s Road Warrior pop. That's them going to the Norfolk Scope to take on Arden Tully for the NWA tag title. That's the kind of pop this guy just got. But I had him ranked over Ted McMillan, believe it or not.
I'm not surprised.
He was
speed kills in the NFL. So.
Yeah, no, honestly, I had.
That's another thing I will note. He ran like what a 4.39, I think it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
something like that.
That didn't really appear on tape. He is fast. I want to say
he said he was going on a 4.2.
Yeah,
but what I keep hearing is that his game speed is so much different.
Yeah, it's not like 4.2. Yeah,
so that's why it's like okay, like you can't even be mad about that. But now it's just like, damn, okay, Vikings pick's already in.
This is a
good shit, Minnesota.
This is a Malachi Starks.
This has to be. Give Brian Flores my own personal demon, please. Why is he still on the board? There's not 5 better players in this draft than Malachi Starks. We're gonna be looking 10 years down the line. And be like, how does this guy end up lasting the 24? Because this league doesn't value small safeties. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
They're the same thing with Ryan Branch. They're the same thing, kind of. Actually, not really a small safety.
Man, imagine passing on Malachi Starks and giving the Lions Brian Branch. That's crazy.
Listen, every team in the league did that.
To be fair, though, the Packers didn't actually need a safety this year, so I'll give them a pass.
Oh, I don't hate the Brandon Cooks top tier for Matthew Golden. I don't think he's as fast as him, but I can kind of see it.
I like it.
Howie Roseman is trying to work his devil magic. He's trying to trade up.
All right, who is the highest graded Georgia player I have left?
Let's see. Let's look at the best available.
Highest graded Georgia player.
Oh,
that's
okay.
No. I don't hate
it.
Tate Ratledge.
Where is he even? He's not even top 25. What the hell?
No, you can't do that. You have the opportunity to make 100,000 people make him say, "Oh, brother."
Pre-injury, he was kind of good, so I don't.
God dang! I mean, it's not terrible, but dang.
Donovan Jackson to the Vikings, Jack.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They lost the guard too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they lost Bradbury. Yeah, so I don't hate that.
Yeah, and I think didn't they?
Well,
they got Darrisaw, but they traded for Cam
Robinson.
It
was between him or taking.
No, interior. I mean, they lost the guard. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they have him.
Didn't the Bears pick up one of their guards?
They have him as a tackle guard, so he'll play.
So Simmons was a left guard, but then he shifted out to left tackle once Josh Simmons ended up getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually did a really good job.
Exactly, but they'll play him at the guard where he's the strongest.
He's a natural left guard, but I think he can play either spot.
Yeah.
32nd best player on the board according to ESPN.
So then that means Josh Simmons best tackle / guard on the board.
Donovan Jackson was my 32, so a slight reach, but again,
Josh Simmons, best tackle on the board.
That means he'll go here 25 to
The patellar tendon, man, that shit scares me a ton, man. That ended Victor Oladipo's career.
Yep.
Victor Oladipo got that. He was never the same after.
Oh, I still hate that they
Strange
didn't beat
last
LeBron in that first round when he was with the Pacers.
Cole Strange and the Patriots tore his patellar tendon like week 16 against the Chiefs in 2023. He played like 2 games this year.
Mm-hmm.
And like late December, early January. Like, that's a serious injury. Like, I know Kenny's obviously a big fan of him, even without the fact he's an Ohio State guy, but like that's the kind of injury where I'm like, I don't know if I can take it unless I feel 100%. And the sad thing is, he's a good player. He's a great player. It's just an awful injury, and you don't know, unless you have the medicals, you don't know what his recovery status is going to be.
Yeah. I do think.
Oh, the Giants are back in the first round.
Here you go.
Here we
Shadur. Welcome to New York, Shadur.
Welcome to New York, Shadur Sanders. Wait. No.
So they jumped up how many spots? 7?
Let's see.
I'm surprised this wasn't
their earliest pick in the second round was 34. So they jumped up 9 spots.
We don't know. It could be Jackson Dart, though.
That would
It's not going to be Jackson Dart.
It could be Jackson.
I'm going to have to stop my
I'm not going to
camera.
deny that.
I'm stopping my
wanted
camera. I'm going to be laughing that hard.
I'm waiting for the notification that says it's Jackson Dart, and I'm going to laugh.
These boos are insane.
Wait, the Rams are trading? What? What? I'm so confused. I think Ian messed up his tweets.
Oh.
Yeah, Ian messed up his tweets. Never mind.
So Houston is or isn't trading?
Houston had 25, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Ian messed up his tweets.
Okay. So Texans are on the clock.
Some of like the initial comments under some Twitter posts are like hilarious because it's like the one where they say with just about this trade, it's like the Giants want that ring. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? What a cesspool. Oh, full details. Texans trade 25 to the Giants for 34, 99, and a third rounder in 26. Honestly, not bad.
Honestly, there's no one really there that the Texans want, so I don't hate it.
Jack, you're muted again.
Which quarterback they take here, though, is what we're really here for.
This has to be Shadur. If this is anyone else, the only guy you could maybe sell me on is Tyler Show. But even
Jalen Milroe.
I wouldn't hate Milroe. Dart to me is just
Eli.
Because at least with Jalen Milroe, you can say, okay, it might not be there.
It's Dart. It's Dart.
This is racist.
Racist. Right.
This is racist.
His damn son fucking leaked it last night.
This is white privilege. What? Don't ever tell me this country is not racist.
I love
oh my god, no.
There's no way. This isn't Centel. We're positive this is the pick.
Yes. Everyone laugh at 5 points vids, please.
The New York Football Giants.
Oh, sweet.
There's no way this isn't racist. Not on my big board. Not on my top 75. I think he probably would have been around like the 100 range, but like, don't love it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're thinking, okay, maybe we can sit him for a year. And then at the end of the year, we can be like, hey, we feel really good about his trajectory long term, and then
this is great. This is awesome. I'm
obviously decide whether or not it's worth keeping that entire regime. But
passed on Shadur, who they did work on for months. Dart is the QB Brian Daboll coveted.
That is the single greatest smoke screen I have ever seen.
No.
So Shadur's going to fall out of the first round.
Yes, he is.
Unless the Steelers they can't because they don't have a second round pick.
They can't. Cleveland, maybe. If Cleveland wants to trade, they don't.
Oh my!
Their quarterback room is.
Oh, they got an extra second from Jacksonville.
Yeah, they could trade back up, go into the late first, get the 5th-year option on him, and then
trade 36 and other stuff.
Again, if you don't feel like he's ready, you can bench him behind Joe Flacco. That's a great situation.
I'm so okay with this. This is actually amazing. Like,
or I could see a world where like the Eagles trade up with the Ravens or something, and then the Ravens trade back into like. Well, I don't think the Ravens would want to trade with the Browns to give them a 5th-year option or quarterback because they have pick 33.
No. That's so comically hilarious, and I actually just love that for so many reasons.
I cannot.
They're not a serious franchise. His son posted the highlight clip, the 2-minute highlight video of the GM's son last night, and all the reports.
Joe Shane's kid tipped the pick.
All the reports they had it tipped.
I've got a tweet from one at Nick's Tape 99 on the Bird app, if you know him. And I quote, "That shit says Jackson Dart," and it's just good old Paul Heyman just looking down, crying, just waddling his way over to a set of steps and just putting his head down on the steps.
I'm surprised.
I cannot believe this.
I'm actually.
Oh jeez.
Joe Shane.
This is a man whose snap count is. That's a snap count. No words, no nothing. It's.
What?
Yes.
Why? Why?
Ask Lane Kiffin.
All right, so real quick, who is still ahead of them at this point? Did they think Cleveland was going to take him?
No. Wait, Cleveland had 2 seconds.
Pittsburgh
or 1 second.
Second round.
Oh, the Falcons have traded back up. The Falcons are back on the clock.
They traded up?
Yeah,
they have like 3 picks in this draft.
They traded up. That's what it says.
Tell me I couldn't be a GM.
They probably used 46. They traded up with using 46.
Probably used 46.
They didn't have a third, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of their late picks are just not
They
there.
probably used some late rounder, or not late rounders, picks from next year.
They're not showing the.
This might be Jahad Campbell.
Texans received 2nd and a 3rd this year, and then a 3rd next year. Like, that's pretty solid.
Jackson Dart's a 1st rounder, my beloved National Football League.
This is awesome. This is so great. This is what we're here for, guys. This is what we're here for. This is what God created and intended for us to see.
Oh wow. Scottie Pippen Jr. is torching the Oklahoma City Thunder right now.
Yep, I've been hearing stuff about going on over there.
I need the boys to. I'm really
The Grizzlies are up by 26.
They got waxed. They're going to return the favor.
And the Clippers are waxing the Thunder. Or not the Thunder,
Nuggets.
the Nuggets, I apologize.
Fake MVP. Not deserved. Giannis, my goat.
Alrighty, y'all. Now time for Jackson Dart to officially get announced.
I'm excited to hear this reaction.
And for everybody to have Bedlam. Shadur Poverty Sanders, you heard it here first.
All right, where are the details, Ian?
That loud just, oh.
I mean, hey, that old fellow with long hair.
Chad Ryland. That put Chad Ryland in the Hall.
They traded with the Rams. We
need to put Chad Ryland in the NFL Hall of Fame. A missed field goal in a Week 10 game literally cost the Giants potentially having both Drake May.
Oh, here are the details. Sorry. The Falcons used 46, 242, and their 1st rounder next year for 26 and 101.
Tell me I couldn't be a GM. I'm begging you.
Conrad, are you okay, buddy?
Where's my guy? I haven't talked to Braden in a while. Where is he at?
Braden.
Where is my guy, Braden?
Get his ass in here.
We should get him in here.
We've already sent the link over to him. He's probably just a busy fellow today.
Oh my God. 46, 242, and a 1st rounder next year to move up 20 spots.
Hey.
Demon.
So then who are they picking? James Pierce?
Shedeur Sanders.
There's no player that's left on the board outside of Malachi Starks, who I think is not even Malachi Starks. I don't even think there's anyone that's like worth being like, yeah, we're gonna give him a first.
Will Johnson?
Maybe, but like
they need another corner next to AJ Terrell, no?
I believe so, yes. But they need
because I'm happy with my pick. Now we're bringing out the Jaguars Cup. Fuck y'all.
Imagine they traded a future first to get Mike Green.
Oh my god.
Oh, I think that's possible.
Doubling up on edge rusher would be hilarious.
I mean, if there's one team you could justify it for.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the Atlanta Falcons.
Hold on. If we're bringing out team merch, I'll be right back.
I cannot believe that just happened.
Okay.
If this is Mike Green, I am falling backwards out of my chair. I promise you.
There we go.
To me, there's no one. There is no one that is left. Not even the guys I love that are still available that you can say are worth giving up a first rounder next year for.
Like, don't get me wrong. If they take Malachi Starks and Will Johnson, I guess there's a way you can defend it, especially if they're really good.
Yeah, like those are top 10 talents. Yeah.
It's not either of them. It's.
Please tell me who I think it is.
It's James Pierce.
JPJ, baby.
What? I'm going to let you say that one more time.
The Atlanta Falcons have traded pick 46, 242, and a first rounder next year to get James Pierce and pick 101.
Losing recipes.
They're really happy about it.
Someone check in.
We're losing recipes. Tell me I couldn't be a GM in this league. Guys, remember Ryan Grigson? Remember him?
Yes.
That man still. That man has a job today. He's in not the Falcons, the Vikings front office. Tell me I couldn't be a GM.
You know who's also in the Falcons front office?
Who would that be?
Ryan Pace.
Oh God. Remember when he traded up one spot to get Mitch Trubisky?
Oh, fuck you.
I don't know what's crazier, that or the fact that the 49ers kind of whiffed. Now, granted, Solomon Thomas was thought of as a lock at that point. But
that's
that did
crazy.
not go well for him at all, too. Like, he's a fine, like, rotational guy. He just wasn't, like, the third round, like, the top 5 caliber guy that he was kind of expected to be.
Someone said that Abdul Carter said that he wanted to be a Giant since he was 12. And so it says LeBron level liar. Yeah, we got to go.
You're an Eagles fan! Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, my God.
The Falcons are just... They're not a real team. They're not.
This is so funny.
One thing that I will note about James Pierce, a lot of 4-point stance usage as a pass rusher. So kind of
a lot of what?
4-point stance.
Yeah, it's soft.
2 hands in the dirt. Yeah.
Well,
so and again, 2 hands in the dirt. This is perfect because Jeff Ulbricht's a DC there now, and he had Bryce Huff. He had a career year there in 2023 with the Jets. So I can kind of see why this makes sense. I don't know how you can justify giving up a first rounder next year for this guy.
Nah. So where do we think the Baltimore goes?
He's not. This is Malachi Starks, 100%.
Has to be.
100%.
Yeah. There's
Is
nothing.
And then the choice can go Maxwell Hairston.
Right. So who's available and who I like explicitly love? Because that's who the Ravens are taking. I guarantee it.
Well, obviously, Will Johnson still available. Waxel Hairston, Jihad Campbell, Mike Green,
Jihad Campbell a lot.
Ereziku. Ereziku is a Raven.
Ezeraku would kind of make some sense.
Darius Alexander, Elijah Arroyo.
No,
he's not going first round.
I think if there's a third tight end that goes in the first, it's probably gonna be Mason Taylor.
Yep, he's obviously still available. Trey Amos, Jaden Higgins, Shamar Turner, CJ Sanders,
Nick Scorton in theory.
Jordan Birch.
These last few picks literally is where things can go off the rails, and that's what's really cool about it.
You get Carson Swearinger.
The best.
I know a lot of people who love themselves some Schlesinger, brother.
Schlesinger's really second best linebacker in the class. Easy.
Yes.
Senior Bowl legend Jack Besh.
Not a first rounder. Higgins goes before.
I could actually see him.
Y'all gotta realize. Remember, Luther Burton's still on this board.
Like, if there's one of these teams, like in the last 5 picks of the first, to feel like, you know what, we don't really have a lot of first round grades. We have a fairly high second round grade on a guy like Jack Beck, and we don't think he's gonna be able to make it to I don't know, let's take him out.
Exactly. That's what this is. You gotta really just play the game of
if you're like the Chiefs, for example.
Like the Chiefs are gonna probably take. They could go O line again. They could go.
Yeah, you have to go offensive line for them.
They have to. So a Josh Connerly or a Anton Ursay are guys who could easily probably go to.
They need a guard. They need a left guard immediately. They said, "Hey, we have the best left guard in football. Let's trade him for a penny for the dollar."
Let's take Simmons and just plug and play him somewhere.
No, he's a tackle. He's a tackle.
Right.
I don't get this process for the Falcons at all.
Yeah.
The Rams have gone from fuck them picks to love them picks.
We love the picks, brother.
That's why I'm so excited for day 2 and 3. I know, the Jaguars, even with the picks they traded, they still have 9 or 10 more they're gonna make, and that makes me excited because I love these day 2 and these day 3 guys. Round 1's the most hype, but these next 2 days, this is where I get to have the fun.
A lot of you guys immediately went to Twitter to be like, "Yeah, sorry, Braden. Very sorry for the loss."
I kind of had to.
It's too easy, man.
Unbelievable, man.
Because fuck knows what he's doing right now too, and that's why it's funny. It's just yeah.
The thing with James Pierce is he's not a good run defender, and I don't know how true the character concerns are. I don't think it's
good pick.
Yep, it happened.
Great pick.
Malachi Starks is a Raven.
Fucking shocker! Of course.
Him and Kyle Hamilton are about to make themselves.
I hate Eric DeCosta so much. Eric DeCosta, I'm putting a hex on you.
I'm putting a hex on you.
Unfucking believable.
Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. Caleb Johnson can probably go in the second round now to an RB needy team, and that makes me really happy.
Every year.
I don't know what you expect.
Player on my board.
I don't know what you expect.
Every year. This happens every fucking year. They take guys that I like explicitly in the first round every year. Way beyond what they should have.
Fail.
Nate Wiggins was kind of the outlier. I didn't hate Nate Wiggins by any stretch, but I didn't explicitly love him, and I ended up picking him, and shocker, he ended up being really good. And Malachi Starks.
Braden Conrad has responded, guys. I'll give you.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Hold on, y'all. Let's get this live reaction. All right.
Fucking how? Tell me I couldn't be a GM, man.
All right. Expensive, yes, but the Falcons have literally been the worst in all caps, team in the league when it comes to rushing the QB. Period. The needs have been addressed. Period. Time to go work. Period. Hashtag Dirty Birds. And then he adds both Jackson and I. I'm alive, but the BP was a little too high for my age.
Every year they let these blue chip guys just follow the Ravens. I can't believe it. Eric DeCosta, you will have a 12-hour visit to the DMV soon. Do you understand me?
12-hour visit to the DMV? What the hell?
You are going to fly to Turkey to get a hair transplant, and it's going to look so bad, and then you're going to have a bald spot within a month. I promise you. I hate this, man. The fact that I have to share a planet with this guy.
Jeez.
This dude 100% has stewards in the street spying on me at every moment. He steals my phone bar for bar every year.
I've
Tell
never
'em.
seen someone crash out this much over an
Tell
NFL
'em.
GM.
I'll never forget. What was it? It was 2022. Jalen Armour Davis. Next time you guys talk to Chris, ask him about Jalen Armour Davis. I'll tell you this whole story.
I will.
But well, this was
Don't worry.
2022,
He'll give his
day
take on
3.
everything in the morning. You know how he goes.
Day 3. I'm thinking the Patriots probably need another corner. I'm like, this is the guy I think I kind of want here. And then the Ravens went on the clock. I'm like, they're taking this kid, and it's going to be horrible. I'm saying 45 seconds later. Want to know who the Ravens picked? Jalen fucking Armour Davis. Now, great. I don't know if he ended up turning out good or not, but the point remains the same. But yeah. Malachi Starks is.
Yeah.
Again, I don't care how you view safeties. I don't care how you view defensive backs. If you want a fucking good football player, this is the guy. This is the guy. Great athlete, great leader, really good man coverage guy for a safety. I would say the one drawback, and it's like the only drawback on him, I wish he would trust what he sees a little more. But, I mean, this is a unreal football player. Like, from the moment he stepped on the field for Georgia. His first game was against, I think, Oregon in 2022, I want to say. And he was unreal. Like, from the moment, he had, like a diving, like, falling backwards interception. And then he had the exact same interception in the same building 2 years later in an opener versus Clemson. Like, you line him up in the, like, nickel. He has nickel and dime usage. You can line him up as a free safety, strong safety. You know, you line him up as like a slot corner. Like, this is an unreal football player.
Yeah, these guys. I mean, he's been my like DB2 all year. I like Johnny just a little better. I just like his upside factor, but no one's going to be able to play every position, whether it's a calf position, outside, inside.
What would Ozzie Newsome have to say about this, man? We're stacking up Georgia guys now instead of Bama guys. Ozzie Newsome's disgusted right now. I hope he is.
Lions pick is in pretty quickly. I'm hoping this is a.
It has to be Ezeraku.
It probably is. It's not who I want. I want to be right about something, so I'm hoping to see one name and one name only.
Want this pick to be forfeited.
I want this
pick those poor people in the tour have suffered enough this year, man.
To be Maxwell Hairston.
Off my board.
I want to prove a point because I saw some stuff back in January. So if it comes full circle, I'm going to be pretty happy.
Every year, man. Eric DeCosta, man. You will suffer, I promise you.
You're still on it.
So it looks like the Eagles aren't going to be able to trade up. That's crazy.
Eagles are probably going to have Jahad Campbell fall into the laps, and they're going to be just fine.
Yep.
If I'm the Eagles, that's what I'm doing. If he's there, I'm taking him. Let him and Jalix go fucking crazy. Because it makes sense that they go defense.
Yes, obviously. Unless, do they need a third wide receiver?
Who, the
Eagles?
They could, but I would.
They could, but Jahan Dotson's your
I don't
right now.
I don't hate him as a slot guy where you can manufacture him.
You have Covey in there still. You took Johnny Wilson in the 6th last year. They'll take a receiver at some point. I think I would love Nick Nash personally, day 3 to go to Philly. That's just me though. But
I don't hate the idea of a team that's taking a dartboard throw at him because I think he's probably like a 5th or 6th caliber talent, but like
gadget guy.
I mean, he led all of FBS in receiving yards.
Worst case scenario, he's a special teams, put him in the slot occasionally guy. Like, you don't even do a lot, but
the late day 3 guy. Worst case scenario is you draft him with like a low leverage pick and then you cut him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the worst case scenario.
Best case scenario, he can
because the odds are you're probably drafting a guy like that anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And he has at least some pedigree.
Mm-hmm. I like him. He's one of my favorite day 3 guys.
Indubitably.
I got to watch him for a day when he was at the
Unbelievable.
Shine ball.
Eric DeCosta, man. How?
Reaction by one source to the Falcons trading a future first to come back in. What the fuck?
Lamar with 20 Fs, or not Fs, O's. I don't know why I said Fs.
Oh, another there's this Ohio State player, another on off the board. The Lions get Tyleek Williams.
Ooh.
I kind of like that.
I don't hate that. I had him. I think I was higher on him than consensus. Let me double check. I had him at 37 on my board. He was 41 on the Arif Hassan consensus. I get this range. If you feel like there's a round 2 guy you like, yeah, take him in the first. That is not what I would have done. I think I probably would have gone as Araku, but
yeah, you never have too many interior guys either.
Yeah, exactly. Because what they had,
they were just wrecked on the
I would like to say,
yeah, that the
Reader
got hurt. Yeah, DJ Reader, he got hurt.
Yeah,
and that
they needed more inside leverage. I like it. I'd be pretty excited right now if I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan because there's some
yeah, this board's falling great for you.
Yeah, they have a Josh Simmons, Josh Conley, Luther Burden, or Will Johnson is going to fall into their laps. Both of a Luther Burden and Will Johnson, who was frequently slotted in a lot of people's top 10s to top 15s. It's pretty nice. But, that's a
Kenny's got to be devastated.
Oh, Kenny's definitely going to be a little unhappy.
Lions take an Ohio State guy. Bears take a Michigan guy.
Oh,
just how God intended.
I'm gonna say that I know Loveland is gonna be good for the simple fact that in his house he had deer horns hanging up in his living room. That is my tight end.
True. Yeah, that's I think every tight end has to have that going forward now.
Yes.
Alrighty, Commanders on the clock, left hand up all around. What do we want? What are we thinking, Mr. Jack Gaffney?
What I'm thinking right now is about this Gray Zabel quote about being drafted by the Seahawks. You want to know what he's gonna do now? Now that he's been drafted, now he's a NFL football player. You want to know what he's gonna do?
Yes.
And I quote, "Man, I'm probably just gonna start diving into these bush lights."
That is an offensive lineman. If
that ain't a man from North Dakota. Don't know what it is.
Big boy for North Dakota.
But yeah, I mean, that's the dream.
It is the dream. What are we thinking the old Commanders do? I have a
tackles out of the question because you have Tunsil now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think corners a need.
Because they got Sanistril and what's his name?
Yes, Sanistril
and Lattimore.
Yeah, I could see them maybe going for another corner, but left hand up, of course.
Maybe get his former teammate.
I really want Will Johnson here.
I would not hate Will Johnson.
Pair the Michigan boys back up.
Jahad Campbell's still out there, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I can see him here.
If
very sneaky.
Jahad Campbell doesn't go here, he's going to go 32 because especially
I'm going to be real.
Buffalo's
almost definitely. I'm trading up against Jahad Campbell. I had no expectations of him lasting this long.
Yeah. Buffalo will take some sort of DB, Siobhan Revel, Trey Amos, Maxwell Harrison.
I love not Trey Amos, but Siobhan Revel. I know he had the ACL, but like
which that's why
he's like 6'3". He's like 6'3".
And that's why he fell in the first round was the ACL. He was at least early in the cycle an easy 20 in the 20s guy. But because of that ACL injury, he's seen a lot of mocks have him now like sitting like that mid-second round.
Doesn't really have a ton of run either. He only really had like the only full season he played was in 2023.
And it was also like mid-tier D1 division in the American. Like it wasn't like.
Well, you say that, but there was also another guy with that same distinction who got picked, in the first round last year, and he ended up turning pretty good. What's his name? Quinton Mitchell.
Shout out Q, man. Shout out Q.
I cannot believe they're a Ravens fan actively against Malachi Starks. I do not believe this.
They don't want good football. That's why.
They don't know
the
ball.
Patriots, please.
Send him to the.
Please.
Alrighty. Pick is
You did with Sean Wade. You did with Sean Wade right after you drafted him. Please, I'll tell you.
Pick is in. I'm waiting on the input, but if this is
I would
Will
be
Johnson,
stunned if this is a offensive lineman.
Simmons or Connolly. Also,
they could probably use an upgraded right tackle, so I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's a risk being like, yeah, we're going to throw a natural left tackle to the right side.
Mm-hmm. It's not a guarantee that sticks.
Oh yeah, Les Snead has now dropped the F them Pips mantle, and James Gladstone literally said F them picks at a press conference just now.
Oh my god!
So go line. They went Josh Connolly Jr. Another
ooh,
yep, that's right tackle.
Yep.
Fight for all DC.
Man, Will Johnson just fell into Buffalo's lap. I would be happy if I'm a
That's
Bills
crazy.
fan. I would be.
If I'm a Bills fan, I'm Chris Gallagher right now. I'm doing backflips.
At Chris Gallagher.
I'm gonna message him right now.
Honestly, do.
They need to take him. Just take him.
I would love to see.
Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid.
Now, they maybe not like the medicals, but like to me, this was a top 10 guy from like the jump.
Mm-hmm.
The Falcons did extensive work.
He was like number 7 on my big board, roughly.
Like he probably could have played out the rest of the year, but obviously, like I get why he didn't.
No, it's so smart that he didn't. You gotta.
I don't hate that at all for Washington. Again, because now you have him and Tunsil.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they had the dude from the Chiefs that was in the that was bad all year. They had that great Super Bowl.
I don't like the Chiefs that much, so I cannot tell you who.
Oh my god, it cleared out so much. Have you seen a crowd shot at any point in the last like 5 minutes?
I can't. I have not seen a crowd shot all night. So
it completely cleared out. Everyone's gone.
Well,
because they saw the Packers pick and they're dipping.
Also, for the overflow, for the overflow in Lambeau, they quickly cleared out after the Bears pick.
NFL
like the Pens, but like everyone behind that gone.
NFL memes. Shedeur Sanders finally off the board. Round 9, pick 541 by the Guangdong Tigers.
Yes, bro. Yes. A great pickup for Guangdong.
Mm-hmm.
So then I guess we do got to ask that question. Is it going to be Shedeur to the Browns in round 2?
It would have to be.
I mean,
I can't see you going into a season where you're
unless the Browns trade up with Philly to get that 5th-year option.
Which definitely could happen.
Because to me, I think that's a great spot for him because you don't have to start him.
You don't
exactly.
And then
you'd still have him for 4 years.
I think Milroe there would make a ton of sense too.
Because I think either or one goes. I feel like one goes to Pittsburgh, one goes to Cleveland. It shows who goes where.
Like if you think that Jalen Milroe can be a guy,
yes, which a lot of
needs
people.
Some time. You don't have to play him right away. You can sit him behind a good veteran quarterback in Joe Flacco, who has done good enough for guys kind of on the come up. Obviously, I don't know how much you can really attribute Lamar Jackson's rise to him.
I wouldn't contribute really any. Maybe
I would imagine that Lamar probably picked up some things, but like
not a lot. I mean,
yeah, you know what I mean.
He was pretty. I mean, he was pretty chilling. He was pretty good chilling when he came out of.
Yeah, but mechanically, I'm assuming he did
yes.
Probably. Yes. And then it sounds like he and Anthony Richardson were on good enough terms earlier this year. I know they had some interviews where he talked pretty glowingly about Tony Rich. So
yeah,
I don't know, if you feel like he can benefit, or a guy you draft can benefit from being behind Joe Flacco for a year, you're probably not going to be good anyway. So I don't really see the harm in doing this in round 2. If you only with the intention that you think this guy can be a player by year 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this has to be. They're still on the. Why are they on the clock? How is any team on the clock?
You have had 3 hours to make up your mind, Bills. 3.5, basically.
Well, in fairness, I probably didn't think that Will Johnson was going to last this long. So our resident friend Chris Gallagher says this is Amos or Revel. He does not think this is Will Johnson. So we'll see. We'll see if that ends up holding water. I'm trying to think because you brought him. I wouldn't hate get another edge here because I don't think Joey Bosa is going to be there for long at all.
Yeah.
And then I could sneaky see running back here because it's time to pay James Cook. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start handshake and we're going to send them on the open market. I'll tell you that right now. I saw the number that he was looking for, and I saw multiple digits. As just like 10 million. I saw 2 digits, and I said, nope. I'm not allowed to.
We have news out of Derpland, aka the New York Giants. Russ will be our starter.
As it should be.
3-14. I give it 5 weeks before Malik Neighbors asks for a trade, and justifiably so.
And then he'll go to the Chiefs.
He'll end up in the Chiefs. Roger Goodell, like, yeah, ratings are down like 5% from last year. I don't know, man. We got change that. Let's send Malik Neighbors over to Patrick Mahomes to see if we can try to break an all-time record for a Sunday night game. All right, the pick is in for Buffalo, so unless they traded us and we don't know about it. My gut says corner. I could definitely see edge here. Running back would be the surprise third option.
Nothing yet. Come on, insiders, do your work.
Where's the one Shams tip pick?
I don't think we're getting it.
I'll never forget seeing that. Him tipping the Jalen Hurts. I'm pretty sure he has connections with that. Yeah, he's a clutch guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that makes way more sense now. I still kick it over the Falcons, giving up a future first for James Pierce.
Unbelievable.
Preposterous. All right, are we wheeling something out? Are we wheeling out like a special box and the guy who's getting drafted isn't a pop out of the box? No. Like, we have this box here. We have this giant box here. The guy who is going to be the next Buffalo Bill is going to. Oh, okay. Now kind of feel bad. They have a fan doing the announcement here.
Bang!
I think Tom Grossi is going to be announcing a pick at some point this weekend.
I'm very disappointed in the Patriots. Speaking of people who are announcing picks, they had the 69th pick in the NFL draft. You understand? Rob Gronkowski is not the guy announcing it, which is devastating.
Oh, the Eagles traded up.
One spot?
Yep, the Eagles have traded number 32 and 164 to 31.
They want to make sure they get Jahad Campbell.
Oh, that's nasty.
They want to make sure.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. You have Zach Bond and then the Kobe Dean. That wouldn't make sense.
I don't know. Maybe they get Will Johnson. I don't know.
Ooh.
They released Slay.
There's options.
They could be Will Johnson, actually.
We just don't know who the Bills are taking. They didn't even leak who the Bills are taking, which I feel like they want to give this kid his luxury.
Oh no.
Hairston.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So I think the fact that he is there in Green Bay kind of dispels this some, but there was an incident. I don't know how widely reported this was, but it was definitely out there that there was an incident with him his freshman year.
Yes.
There was a police report filed. Doesn't appear anything came of it, but there was certainly a incident with him. I'm not gonna get too far into it, obviously, but
I like it.
I saw some people say some teams were doing some background research into it, and I feel like the fact that he's physically in Green Bay would kind of make you seem like he's in the clear, but that is still kind of notable.
Yeah.
But very athletic player, really good in transition.
It's another Senior Bowl kid.
So I would like to think he's in the clear, but obviously we don't know if he's in the clear or not for sure. I would imagine Buffalo, especially after the Matt Ariza thing, I would like to think they did their homework on a kid like this.
You would hope so. But no, I personally love.
I would hope so because he's a good player, but obviously
he's a great player. He's going to be. I honestly think he's going to be a really good culture fit for that defense. You brought back Travis White. That's a phenomenal mentor for him. This is great.
Benford. Benford's the guy in that room now.
Yeah, but like him and Travis White are both just like.
Yeah, Travis White's a depth guy now. He wasn't. Really
for someone to learn from.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it from a lens like that. Like I know he's not what he once was.
Yeah,
but a good guy to learn from. But now it's like Eagles could go edge, couldn't, I guess in theory, go tackle. Could Luther Burden still sitting here, which I feel like. But I mean, there it is. Never mind. I was right. Just a gut. It's Jahad Campbell.
Is it?
Yeah.
Interesting. They traded up for him.
Yeah. And maybe I think just a safety net. They're probably hearing a bunch of stuff like behind the scenes.
So you have Bond, him, and then Nakobe Dean. That might be the scariest linebacker room I've ever seen.
Of course he did. He falls.
That would also signal to me that that Nakobe Dean's probably gone.
Could be. Now what do the Chiefs do?
Nakobe Dean was drafted. Yeah, this is last year. Yeah, so this is kind of this kind of feels like the writing's on the wall that he's probably gone, which is kind of a shame.
Patrick Mahomes, what do you know, motherfucker? He tweeted the sunglasses emoji.
It's Luther Burden.
We're letting them get another wide receiver. What is wrong?
Don't be dumb now, guys. We know this is probably a Luther Burden. That's scary. It's fucking scary.
I don't really see Luther Burden as a fit with the Chiefs. Because in theory, you have Rashee Rice. That's your slot guy. I feel like that's the best place to put a guy like Luther Burden, where you can manufacture him touches over the middle and just have him cook after the catch. Because he's not like a great route runner, but he's super explosive. He's just a guy you want to get the ball in his hands. And he's really good at that. But, like, he's not going to wow you with route running. He's not going to wow you with, like, I don't want to say he's not going to wow you with separation, but like, that's just not his game. He's a guy, dump the ball to him, he will make good on 85% of minimum.
Who do we think they're going to go then with then?
Well, let me see who's the best available guard at this point, because I think that's clearly your biggest need now. You got to get a
Jonah Sevenia from Arizona.
He would make some sense here.
And they got Tate Radledge and Marcus Mabo.
Not first rounders. I love Mabo.
I also don't know if they're going to throw the kid they drafted first round last year in a guard to the San Fran guy they picked up. So, in theory, like they might think they're all set at offensive line, but we won't know for sure until 5 seconds from now. But
well, obviously, Will Johnson's still here.
I can't believe it's a fall in the first round, man.
Yeah.
Could go Imamori from South Carolina if they want a safety.
I'm lower on him than
they
most, but I
lost
also-
Justin Reed this year. They lost Justin Reed.
Yeah.
They
I wouldn't hate that. Like I have him in the 40s. I like
Rory wouldn't shock me. Will Johnson wouldn't shock me.
I wouldn't. I feel like they got screwed here. I think because again, you lost to Sean Ward. He was your best pass rusher last year. Like they needed.
Mike Green,
a guy like Derek Carmen would have been huge.
Mike Green's still here.
Well, Quiet has kept. Kansas City's not really afraid to take some guys with some off the field issues.
We've seen
very, very Cowboys-esque in that.
Very.
So
Cowboys didn't do it.
I mean, if there's any team left that would do it, it's them.
Also, Jahad Campbell is a hometown kid too, so
of course he is.
And they have
he's an awesome player, probably the best.
Warriors pro comp is Derwin James, so it'd make a lot of sense.
I like Eamon Mori.
He's like a 1-for-1 clone of like Jeremy Chin.
That too,
athletically. What was I gonna say? Jahad Campbell's probably like the best backer prospect out of Alabama since like Hightower, probably.
Yeah.
Like not a guy you really heard about a ton before this year, I feel like, if you're not really a big college football fan, but he's violent. If you want a violent linebacker, this is your guy.
It'll be interesting, that's for sure.
Surprised Sean McDermott wasn't pounding the table for Jihad.
That's one way. That's really one way to put it. I don't.
Fair enough.
And that is not a me. This is someone that somebody posted. I know I've said some weird, strange things.
I can't believe the Packers actually took a pass catcher. Unbelievable.
Sometimes I dream.
I can't honestly. I can't believe the Panthers went Tet and not defense.
It's insane.
I think honestly, out of every pick today, that to me is my most insane one. That
was jarring that happened.
That the Panthers didn't do that, and I guess the Falcons trading up to get James Pierce. Those are really my only two real surprises. Otherwise, everything kind of shaped out. Everything made sense. But
come on, boys.
I know we know
wrap it up here.
The pick was made 10 minutes ago. Let's go.
Yeah,
we're not bringing anyone else out.
Literally, as soon as this Chiefs pick is on the board, that is our cue to sign off.
Yep.
For whoever is still watching.
Let's see, what are the viewers looking like? We got 240 on the Twitter, and we still got 2 people on YouTube and a person on Twitch. So shout out to everyone who stayed for 3.5 hours.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. That's after working like
Campbell on the ticker.
12 hours, but that's okay. I really like this.
The first time the Packers have drafted a fast wide receiver they can't catch, which is not true, by the way.
No, since Christian Watson, Dontavion Wicks, and
Romeo. Did you forgot Romeo Dobbs?
Oh, I forgot
Romeo, where art thou?
I know Golden had some drop problems, but I thought he was. I got the games that I saw. I thought he was a good hands guy. Man, they let Howie Rhodes being a demon, man, every year.
Mm-hmm.
At least he's ethical about it. Unlike some people, he doesn't have spyware in my laptop. Unlike some people.
Rap Sheet said that they almost traded when the Chargers were on the board. That's what.
No sugar in round 1. Officially,
hell yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think it was ever.
And y'all retired his jersey, by the way. Fucking fraud.
And yet Cordell Stewart's jersey isn't retired.
They'll retire his jersey, I think. I don't think. I think they'll kind of get the point. But I don't hate the idea that they retired Shadur's number. I don't love it necessarily, but like in theory, you got to think like if Colorado's like an actual program from like here on out, like he technically was a part of that starting. Whether you like it or not. And like obviously, like yes, he's kind of arrogant, but like I would much rather that than him be like the worst of Jay Cutler, where he's kind of like passive. And like he's tough as nails. That's the thing a lot of people won't bring up who don't like him. He's a tough kid. Like he got drilled consistently at Colorado. Like he had no offensive line at any point. It was like, oh yeah, Travis Hunter's down there somewhere. Jimmy Horn Jr.'s down there somewhere. You know what I mean? Like I think I also hate this idea that you have to like love him or hate him. I think he's a fine quarterback prospect.
Yeah,
that's okay. Like that's absolutely fine. He doesn't have to be like this bona fide lock top 10 player. That's just not who he is.
He'll do his job like once because he'll get an opportunity.
He's tough. He's willing to stay in the pocket and get hit to make throws. Yeah. He sees the field very well. He doesn't have all-world arm talent, but he can make most throws.
Mm-hmm.
And he's good down the stretching game, but to me that matters. I know.
Oh, the Chiefs are taking a chance. Josh Simmons.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. So
I don't hate that. I just don't know what that means for their O-line.
This means they're going to let him heal and do all that stuff. There we go.
If you give him a redshirt year, I don't hate that necessarily.
Yeah.
There's no way he's going to be ready for camp. There's no way.
No.
Yeah, no. He'll, at best, maybe become a rotational guy halfway through the year.
Yeah, like a sixth offensive line. That's exactly what they should do. Like in your goal line packages, your sixth offensive lineman is your extra tackle. Those are the loudest boos all night for the Chiefs. Not the Bears, not the Lions, not the Vikings. Chiefs. Man, what happened to the rivalries? What happened to shame? What happened to hate, brother?
That's a great question.
Man, I was told all these NFC North rivalries were like the pinnacle, bro. That's what they were telling me. I think. Yep, and Jihad Campbell just swore on TV, so that's awesome.
Fuck yeah! Let's go, Jihad. But anyways, since I mean, do we really want to?
I think he immediately realized that he kind of feels bad now. Like,
that's all right, bro. You're good. You're good.
Ah, you're good,
homie.
You just got drafted. You just got your career made. Like, don't you even worry.
The interviewer told him he might have a future in television. He steals the mic back. Damn right.
Sure do. Anyways,
I'm excited to see what he's going to do in that defense, man. He's a absolute heat-seeking missile. He's a fun player, man.
Oh,
so this means Luther Burden, Will Campbell, Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, Will Campbell got picked.
Huh?
Yeah, picked 3 hours ago.
Yeah, Will Campbell was the 4th pick in the draft.
I meant to say Will Johnson. My bad, fellas.
There you go.
I've been doing this for a while. Hey, you see that time up there? Almost 4 hours. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little tired. All fell out of the first round.
Yeah, that's it.
Of those, those are the 3 shockers that were not first round picks.
People that no one really thought.
Yeah, so who am I best available? Let's check that real quick. We got Will Johnson, who was my number 8 overall.
Mike Green, not a first rounder. As a recruit, not a first rounder.
That one's not super surprising.
Luther Burden was my 25. Ezraku was my 26. Revel, my 28.
Oh my God! Look at the plushie.
The plushie.
Where I'm on the.
They showed a fan. They showed a Chiefs fan that had a Chiefsaholics plushie.
Shout out to Chiefsaholic, by the way. I hope he's doing good.
Oh my God! Don't get him started.
Maybe that's.
We got Trey Amos 33, Ursary 34, Sanders at 35, and then Andrew Makuba 38. That feels
Taylor.
Mason Taylor is my number, I think 50 on the dot.
Yeah,
okay, no, he's not. He's my number 45.
Yeah. Damn. From the top 5 to out of the first round for Will
crazy.
Johnson.
That knee injury must be bad. That's the only thing I can really think.
Yeah, it's got to be.
This might be a bad take, but I'm willing to go out on this note. This year's Cooper DeJean? Question mark.
Oh, brother.
Because everybody had Cooper in the first round last year and then slipped.
Was he hurt last year? I don't remember if he was hurt or not.
Yes. He got
Oh yeah, he was. He broke his leg, right?
broke his leg late in the year. And
Yeah, it was on a punt return, right? Yeah, it's...
and then proceeded to have a punt return touchdown in the playoffs this year.
And he had a pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I don't know what. Do we have our guy, like the guy, that typically ends these streams, ready to go?
I
I think
Honestly,
that's about it.
I
Yeah.
really don't even want to use him.
What?
Oh, oh no, we got to use Craig Council.
We,
What do you mean?
We've done our work. But anyways, fellas, thank y'all for who joined in. We are on a new age. You're about to see a much different TDT media from here on out. So if y'all like us, stick around. You'll enjoy what we got cooking up in the background. But I'm Simon Gasol. The guy on my right is Mr. Jackson Gross, and the guy below me is my favorite NFL scout, Mr. Jack Gaffney. We will see y'all next week. We're probably not gonna do anything for days 2 and 3. Heartbreaking, I know. We all got day jobs. We all got bills to pay. But thank y'all for joining in for our day 1 coverage. If you're regular, you know what's about to happen, and we will see y'all next week. Oh, Jackson.
Yes, sir, Ski.
It's a pretty good first round. I can't even lie.
That was a very entertaining first round. Should be a next 6 rounds, but there are more